the secondary. So there's your starting lineups, Robbie. Gave you plenty of guys to pick from for your players to watch.
You really did. You know, the front line there for the Redmond offense, that's kind of got me curious on what we're going to see here out of them as everything kind of changed around up there a little bit. So the Redmond might have seen something in practice, running some different things on that bye week, and got some things moved around here. But you mentioned my players to watch, so we'll just go right into that here. We're going to start on the Redmond side of things. We're going to go with their defense tackle, Nathan Raby. He's been getting after it. He's going to have to get after it again here tonight. He's going to have to get some speed going, be quick through that offensive line of the Cardinals, put some pressure on that quarterback, make him run around, try to get him when he's trying to get back there, to get that pass out of there, knock some ball out that way, try to get some fumbles going in the backfield. Going over to the Cardinal side of things, well, we're going to stick with the defensive side here as well. We're going to go with Cade Wilson. I'm going off your sheets as a middle linebacker here.
I'm pretty sure he's probably outside, but he's a linebacker nonetheless.
Nonetheless, it's going to have to be the same thing. He's going to have to read quick. He's going to have to collapse down quickly and make sure those running backs of this Redmond team can't get things going, especially I'm sure they're going to see a lot of Jake Sasek in here tonight. They're going to have to make sure they hit that middle of that line quick and hard to slow him down.
Hey, you know what to say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They couldn't stop him last time. See if they make the adjustments.
And if I was Coach Sass, I'd bring it right back first play of the game that we're on the field.
Why not?
Right through the middle again. Here we go.
So if you look at my sheets, Smith Center has their positions. Everybody else normally just gets an LB, or if it has outside linebacker, middle linebacker, then the coach actually gave it to me. Most of the time, they just give me LB or defensive back. So I just kind of throw them in there normally by number left to right, just so you know. After all these years, you think you'd have caught on.
I have caught on. But I'm going by your paper where you put him, so I'm just going to go middle linebacker.
That's fair. All right, I guess.
I'm thinking that he was an outside linebacker last week, but
I'm pretty sure Caden Goddard was middle linebacker.
There was 2 games between then.
Well, a game and a bye week.
And a bye week. So I mean, well, there's 2 games. We had the Thunder Ridge in there, so there was 2 games.
We did have Thunder Ridge in there in between.
So that's hard to remember back that far.
Hey, here's an update for you. The other game going on, one of the other games in 1A tonight going on. It started at 6 o'clock. Plainville, Conway Springs. Last we knew, end of 1, scoreless. Ooh. So Battle of the Cardinals there in Conway tonight. As Plainville, at least through 1 quarter, that's the last update we had from that one. It was, again, scoreless through the first quarter. So pretty good job there by Plainville. They show up in the playoffs.
They do show up in the playoffs. They've showed up quite a few years here in the playoffs. The Redmen, I'm sure they would much rather see the I was going to say the Cardinals, but they're both Cardinals. That's not.
There's so many Cardinals left in the playoffs right now. On this side of the bracket alone, Sedgwick is the Cardinals, Plainville's the Cardinals, Conway's the Cardinals, Ell-Saline's the Cardinals.
I'm sure the Redmen would rather see the Plainville Cardinals.
Just a whole lot closer to home.
That's what I'm thinking. If we have to go there, that's a whole lot closer of a bus ride than going clear that way.
Well, that's fair. And the way things are set up this year, we think maybe Smith Center will get to have a home game next week. We're not sure. So we'll await to decide that when it's actually decided. Because I don't want to say one thing and then them decide something else.
Right? This is so confusing how KJ has this lined up for the playoffs. I try to read it and understand it, and I don't understand it. I can read it. I don't understand it.
Right? I can read it, but I think we should just do what 4, 5, 6 they do. Rank them 1 through 16, and higher seed lead, or has the home game.
There we go. A whole lot easier.
Right? As we get set for kickoff tonight, the Smith Center Redmen in their home red jerseys, white numbers, green trim. The Ell-Saline Cardinals in their road white jerseys, red numbers, and the black trim. As we get set for kickoff, we're going to take a quick 10-second break for station identification. We'll be back with your opening kickoff here of the Class 1A playoff regional round from Hubbard Stadium right after this. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Thank you so much for Next Tech for allowing to have this set up here that we can make things happen. Thank you everybody who's contributed, and thank you so much for K-Shaw for allowing us to stream and put these on television. So go Redmen.
As we get set for our matchup tonight, the Smith Center Redmen hosting the Ell-Saline Cardinals. As again, we saw this matchup a few weeks ago. The Redmen able to win here at Hubbard Stadium, 46-13.
Looking down there at the Redmond sideline, I see Jake Sass bouncing around and jumping up and down, getting his head going. He might be a little jacked for this game, it looks like, which might be a bad thing for Ell-Saline.
So we await both teams to come back out here. They did the coin toss over in the corner, so we're not 100% sure who won the toss or anything. So it'll be surprised when they come out here.
I was watching it, but the ref had his back to me, so I couldn't see what was going on. So, yeah, it's going to be a surprise. If I was a guessing guy, it looks like the Redmen might have their kick team lined up there, but I could be wrong.
Everybody plays on everything, so it's hard to tell.
I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong a million times with this guessing thing.
So again, the Redmen in their home of red jerseys, white numbers, green trim. The Ell-Saline Cardinals in those road white jerseys with the red numbers and the black trim. As we are getting set here for the regional round of the Class 1A playoffs, the number 3 team in Class 1A, the Smith Center Redmen, are hosting the Ell-Saline Cardinals. It looks like the Redmen jogging back to receive the kickoff as Hendrich and Kugler back deep. Hey, not only did Jake Sass have a big game against Ell-Saline, Nate Hendrich returned a touchdown 89 yards to the house. Or kick return 89 yards to the house.
Was that the first one of the year for the Redmen?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yep.
They could really use another one of that to start off here real quick, get some things going in their direction real quick. Get that, we mentioned momentum a lot. Get an opening kick return clear back to the house would be a quick thing to get things going.
Looks like, maybe Chase Maxwell and Trace Billinger might have switched numbers tonight because I see Chase down here at the sideline. He's wearing 22, so. I know, right?
So stop this.
Kickoff goes right to left on your radio dial through the end zone. A great kick by Carrasco. So a great kick.
He got a lot of wind help on that one. That thing went soaring through the end zone. I think it was Kugler went to try to jump up the catch and pulled back real quick. But that was just a wind-helped kick as it was just a line drive.
So they started their own 20-yard line to the Smith Center Redmen. Again, up front for the Redmen. We see, Rabby is in there on the left guard or right guard. Looks like Hairsnape is his left guard. Again, Maxwell up to tight end now, so it is Hendrich, Montgomery, and Sass as they are going to hand this one off. A fumble on the play. And let's see, did the Redmen cover it up? Looks like Hendrich did cover it up, so not the start that the Redmen were looking for here.
Definitely not the start the Redmen were looking for, getting a fumble right there on the opening drive. Luckily, though, they're able to pick it right back up and just to get set right back on the ball.
So it's Maxwell Timmons, Coy Hairsnape, Colton Hairsnape, and Nathan Rabby, and Jake Kirchhoff as right tackle as they hand it off to Sass right up the middle. And he's going to get back across the 20. Now let's see if they give him right at, they give him about the 21 or so. Already a third down here for the Redmen. Ball right back up to about the 21 or so. Third down and 9, 11-15 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. We're looking at a third down here for the Smith Center Redmen. They go left to right on your radio dial. Andrew Wilkinson in there with Hendrich and Sass. The wishbone set behind Yeager. Kugler split out to the right. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich off the left side. He drags the pile up to close to the 25, about the 24-yard line. Still going to bring up fourth down for the Redmen.
Tough run for Hendrich. Got hit at the line of scrimmage, able to drag a couple of the guys with him. Unfortunately for him, got hit quick and he couldn't get things going. So the Redmen face a quick fourth down play here.
So Pickney comes in, Montgomery comes in, Wilkinson comes off, Lehman comes in, and the Hairsnapes both come off the field. So fourth down and 6 for the Redmen. Ball at their own 24-yard line. 10:25 and counting left to go in the first quarter, and Kugler drops back to punt the ball for the Redmen. Windy night, though, so see if Kugler can keep it low and maybe away from the wind a little bit. Good snap. Kugler's got some time. Low end-over-end punt, but it's going to be a great starting field position here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals as they're going to have it inside Redmond territory, inside the 45-yard line.
Almost wonder if that ball didn't hit the wrong area on Kugler's leg, as it didn't get much up above the lineman there, just kind of went over top of him, hit the ground, and just rolled a little bit. So the Cardinals getting great starting field position to get things going here against this Redmond defense.
Looks like they're going to spot him down at the Redmond 44-yard line. First and 10 for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Moracle sends trips to the left, one man to the right. He's going to run the option play with Ruiz. Moracle going to keep it himself around the left side. And Hendrich is going to hit him, and he's going to pick up a nice gain here on first down, about 5 yards.
Hendrich hit him. Moracle got it some momentum, falling backwards, and gave a lunge, getting a nice pickup on that one as lunging forward, getting 5 on the play.
For the Redmond defense, we see Rabby in there along with Timmons, Maxwell, and also in there right now is Andrew Wilkinson. Hendrich, Montgomery, Kugler, and Pickney, the secondary. Kirchhoff, Sass, and Franklin are the linebackers. This time, Morkel goes twins left, twins right, sends a man in motion. Morkel going with the pass, and it's going to be hauled in. A nice catch there by the Ell-Saline Cardinals, as it is going to be Bradley with the reception. Taking Bradley on the reception that time.
There's also a flag on the play that came in late, backed up by the quarterback. It is on the Redmond. I'm not sure what that call was. It might be roughing the passer on that one.
So first down for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. So they picked up the first down regardless, but they get an extra 15 yards on it. So the Ell-Saline Cardinals already in a great field position here, Robbie, as they are down to the 12 or 13-yard line.
Cardinals got things figured out, moving the ball down the field quickly off that good starting field position.
Ruiz stands to the left of Morkel and shotgun, sends his man in motion. That is Dries. Dries going to be buried in the backfield. Charlie Timmons there to meet him.
Timmons met him in the backfield quickly. Timmons getting off that block, getting into the backfield. Dries barely got the handoff, barely got turned, and there was Timmons to bury him in the backfield.
So Charlie with a big play to push the Cardinals back across the 15, back to about the, looks like about the 17-yard line. So loss of about 4 on the play. Second down and long here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals, as Morkel again in shotgun has twins to the right, one man to the left. Morkel going to keep it around the left side. He's hitting the backfield by Sass. Franklin going to bring him down.
Sass got his arm out there, able to wrap up Morkel, pull him in. Franklin coming in to lay the shoulder hit in there and drop him down for, well, little to no gain at all on that one.
Well, looks like they spot him up at about the 16-yard line, so give him gain of 1 on the play. Third down and about 14. As Redmond moving players in and out here, we see Kelch back in there on the defensive line now. Colton Hairsnape in there as well. Morkel sends one man to the right. That is Phelps. He has twins to the left. Ruiz stands to the right. Low snap. Morkel picks it up. Quick pass over the middle to Wilson, and Wilson's going to get back up to about the 15-yard line. Still going to bring up fourth down, though, for the Ell-Saline Cardinals, so we'll see what they decide to do here. If they try to kick a field goal from the 15, or if they go for it here on fourth down and long.
Kind of a bad play there for the Cardinals. Started with a low snap and then just kind of dumped that off into Wilson in the middle of the line, and not a lot going for him.
Looks like they are going to try to kick a field goal here, Robbie, with the wind. As it looks like kicking will be Joe Heisch, left-footed kicker. And let's see, there's a field goal is up, and it is off the upright, and it is good. A 31-yard field goal is good, and Ell-Saline takes an early lead, 3-0.
He got some major help on that one as that hit the bottom of the field goal, bounced straight up and right through the uprights for him. So got completely lucky on that one. Otherwise, that was not a great kick, but the luck helped out.
All right. So with 7:09 left to go in the first quarter, Ell-Saline strikes first. They lead 3-0. You listen to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, I'm Alan Donovan here with Brandon Hendrich running the camera. Thank you so much for everyone who's contributed in the past. Lady Red turned out very well there at state volleyball. Done the best thing I've ever done before, getting second place into a state. Kansas State High School Activities Association playoffs there in Dodge City. So hope you all enjoyed watching that. If you like what you're seeing, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barta Way, Smith Center, Kansas, and put video on your check. We'll put your money to good use. Thank you so much. Go Redmen.
Minutes and 58 seconds off the clock for Ell-Saline. They went and got a field goal. The first field goal the Redmen have given up this season, as Ell-Saline now leads 3-0.
Don't know if the Redmen were quite ready to see a field goal or not, but good idea there by the Cardinals. Got 3 points up on the board. Take the points when you can get them.
Heisch gets set to kick off. Booming kick again as he gets it up into the air, and Kugler picks it up in the end zone, or catches it, or no, that's Hendrich that caught it in the end zone. So either way, Redmond starting at their own 20 again.
Another great kick, putting it in the end zone, making the Redmond start at the 20. He got some height on that one. The last time was kind of a bullet kick. That one was just straight up in the air, and the wind took it again.
So here comes the Redmond offense. As we see, Kirchhoff will be right tackle, Raby, right guard, Colton Harrisnape, the center, Coy Harrisnape, the left guard, Charlie Timmons, left tackle, Chase Maxwell, the tight end, Montgomery, Hendrich, Sass, the wishbone behind a Yeager. Kugler split out to the right. Redmond go left to right on your radio dial. Hand it off to Hendrich. Hendrich lowers his shoulder. He's going to gain about 4 on the play.
Hendrich hitting the line of scrimmage hard, getting some good yards on that before he got his legs taken out from underneath him. So Hendrich doing a good job getting upfield.
2nd down and 6 for the Redmond. Ball at the 24-yard line. The Redmond go with a little hurry-up offense here. Back on the ball already. 2nd down and 6. Ball at their own 24. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set to hand this one off to Sass. And the Ell-Saline Cardinals ready for him that time. Ruiz is there, along with a whole host of other Cardinals coming off that pile as well.
Cardinals looking like they're putting almost 10 guys in the box, making the Redmond try to run at them with just challenge there. Redmond not going to shy away from it, though.
So, Andrew Wilkinson comes into the ball game. Bentley Montgomery comes out. 3rd down. And let's call it 6. Short 5, a long 6 here for the, long 5, short 6 here for the Redmond. 3rd down. As again, Wilkinson, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set. There's a snap. They're going to hand this one off to Wilkinson. He's in the backfield, breaks one tackle. Andrews off to the races. He's at the 40, and he's going to just barely get tripped up as it was Caden Goddard, the touchdown saving tackle for the Ell-Saline Cardinals, but it was Wilkinson picking up the 1st down carry on 3rd down and 6 for the Redmond. Ball now at their own 44-yard line.
The Redmond using the left side, then all of a sudden brought it right side, had a gap to go through, exploded down and did Wilkinson, getting a huge gain for that Redmond. Had that one leg left to try to get out in front of everybody, and it got tripped up and he went down, but otherwise great run for Wilkinson.
Tyson McKenzie comes in at right guard for the Redmond. Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Hendrich off the right side. He follows McKenzie and Sass through the hole, and then Hendrich going to get stopped just short of the 50-yard line.
The Redmond noticing that the left side's hard to go through, going to start bringing it right side here, make sure they have to cover both sides of the line instead of just one.
Raby comes back into the ball game. McKenzie comes out at right guard. 5:10 left to go here in this first quarter. And the Ell-Saline Cardinals lead the Smith Center Redmond 3-0. Chase Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Again, he's wearing number 22 tonight there at that tight end position. It's been 21 all year, but tonight he's wearing number 22. As they hand it off to Hendrich, he goes off the right side again. He gets bottled up, and then all of a sudden he has a second burst. Found a hole off the pile, and he picks up the 1st down into Ell-Saline territory.
Hendrich got himself into the pile, took a step back, went off to the left side, and just exploded down the field, getting 7 yards on that one. Great job there by Hendrich, keeping his feet moving, keeping his eyes moving, and able to find a gap to go through.
Down to the Ell-Saline 44-yard line, 4:38 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Ell-Saline leads Smith Center 3-0. Kugler split out to the right. Dries, the defensive back on him. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. It is Hendrich, Wilkinson, and Sass, the wishbone set. So they're going to hand it off to Hendrich again. He's met in the hole, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of a couple, as this time it is going to be Eli Hopkins on the tackle.
Hendrich, not a lot going on that one. Got the one leg wrapped up, kind of hopped around, got his back turned, and then just lunged forward kind of backwards there, landing on his back, getting a couple yards on that one, but getting wrapped up in the backfield.
Hendrich getting a breather as Montgomery comes back into the backfield. So this time it is Wilkinson, Montgomery, and Sass in the backfield in the wishbone set. Chase Maxwell, the tight end on the left side, and Griffin Kugler, the wide receiver, split out to the right. Yeager awaits the snap from Colton Harrisnape. 2nd down and 8 for the Redmond. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Montgomery off the right side. Montgomery's got a hole at the 40, 30, and a nice blocking downfield by Griffin Kugler. As Kugler able to pop back up, he kind of got rolled up on, but able to break that hole open, and another 1st down run for the Redmond.
Great job there to get Montgomery out to the outside. You said it, Kugler with a good downfield block there. He does a good job. We don't mention it. Well, we've mentioned a little bit more here this year, but normally the wide receivers, they don't get mentioned a lot out there blocking. Kugler,
that's normally a good thing, because when they do, it's normally a hole.
You're right. He does a great job downfield, but going to the Cardinals defense here, they are running 7 down linemen here against the Redmond.
3:15 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Ell-Saline leads Smith Center 3-0. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Sass. Jake right up the middle, and he's going to gain a couple on the play, just shy of the 25-yard line.
Sass just trying to move the line here a little bit with those ones. He's not going to be able to pop through there like he did kind of last week. Cardinals made some adjustments. Like I said, they're running 7 linemen here on this one. They're 5 down, and then they're 2 ends that are sucked in tight, but they're up. But it's going to be tough running through the gaps here.
2nd down and 9, ball at the 26-yard line. Kugler split out to the right again. Keenan Dries, the defensive back for Ell-Saline on him. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Sass, Hendrich, and Montgomery in the wishbone set. There's a snap. They run it off the right side with Hendrich. He follows Sass through the hole. Hendrich has an opening, and he's still on his feet all the way down to about the 6-yard line as Goddard spun him around. Hendrich able to stay on his feet all the way down to the 6. Another 1st down run for the Redmen.
Hendrich doing a good job there following his blockers on that one. The defensive end for the Cardinals, he was in the right position. He just couldn't get himself into the play fast enough, and Hendrich able to explode right past him and get downfield quickly.
As the refs talking things over here. 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. Ell-Saline leads 3-0.
I don't see a flag or anything, so maybe they're talking.
Goddard was a little slow getting up. I know that much. There's going to be targeting on the Ell-Saline Cardinals. I'm not sure where that flag is, but that's what they call it. It's on the Cardinals. So it's half the distance to the goal, so a 3-yard penalty on Ell-Saline.
I'm trying to watch the ref to see where he picks up the flag at even, because I don't see it.
Oh, there it is. It's behind the Redmond head.
That's a good place for it to hide from.
Couldn't see it behind the players, but either way, set a 1st and goal at the 6. It's now 1st and goal from the 3 for the Smith Center Redmond. 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. Ell-Saline leads 3-0, but the Redmond knocking on the door. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Montgomery. Montgomery follows his blockers through the hole. Touchdown, Redmond! 2:17 left to go in the first quarter. A 3-yard run for Bentley Montgomery, and the Redmond now lead 6-3.
Montgomery exploded right through the gap there, followed his blockers like you said, and just got into the end zone easily as Montgomery quickly closing that 3-yard gap into the end zone.
So the penalty puts the Redmond 3 yards closer, and they take advantage. They now lead 6-3. 2:17 left to go in the first quarter. A 3-yard run by Bentley Montgomery.
Watching here from the Redmen. Go Redmen.
Is the Redmond going to go for 2 here? Montgomery, Sass, Hendrich, the wishbone set. Chase Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. There's the snap. They hand it off to Montgomery. Montgomery follows his blockers again, and then he's going to be bottled up right at the 3-yard line. But there's a flag coming in late. So we'll see what the flag is all about here as the Redmond coaches yelling out to the players to run the next play. So
he grabbed him by the helmet and pulled him down, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a face mask or a horse collar.
Face mask, so there you go. Half the distance to the goal.
I'll say he kind of got him wrapped up and grabbed the back of his helmet as he's falling down and just pulled him to the ground with him.
So there's another short penalty on Ell-Saline, but nonetheless it gives the Redmond another short try here for the Redmond on their 2-point conversion. Getting Kugler out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. 2:17 left to go. Redmond going for 2. They hand this one off to Hendrich. He follows Sass through the hole, and there's your 2-point conversion. The Redmond now lead 8-3 with 2:17 left to go in this first quarter. We'll be back with more first quarter action as you're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, I'm Alan Donovan here with Tim Wilson running the clock thing. I'd like to thank our sponsors, some of the people who paid previously. Dr. Judy and Dennis Schmidt, they have sent a checkup today. And Brad and Barbie Timmons, Michael and Diana Rice, Bob and Wanda Dietz, Reality One Group, Sean Phelps, they're in beautiful downtown Smith Center. Burke and Kim Phelps, John Overmiller, Skip and Marie Overmiller, Daryl and Catherine Lehman, they're in south side of Smith Center. David and Denise Sass and family, got to see the whole family down there at Kansas State 2A volleyball. Great job by Lady Rad. The play's coming up next week, Saturday and Sunday. It's kind of a different format. They're going to be doing a 1-act play with the COVID and stuff like that. We never know, somebody might get sick and fall out, and so they're doing the same play twice with different people each night. So if somebody conks out or can't make it because of illness or grades, then they can switch partners. And everybody gets to participate. It's a great team effort. I've went up and helped a couple nights, so looking forward to that. So come on up to the play on Friday and Saturday. So go Redmond, go Lady Red, go! Smith Center drama.
That's number 3 back there. As let's see, it looks like Jake Kirchhoff getting set to kick for the Redmen. Or no, Wilkinson kicks that one actually. High kick, drops in, and Moracle picks it up at the 25. Moracle still on his feet up to the 35, so a nice little return there for the Cardinals.
Wilkinson kicking into that wind a little bit there. Tough kick, so not a great kick. As like I said, it's kicking into that wind, and the Cardinals getting a good return on it. Looks like Redmond have a player that's kind of hobbled, slowly getting off the sideline, and that looks like Freddie Lambert. So hopefully everything's all right with him. Looked like he might have got rolled up a little bit on in that play.
So Andrew Wilkinson also comes to the sideline as Freddie getting helped off here. Again, as Robbie said, we hope everything all right there with Freddie. It's tough when you get rolled up on because you never see it coming. So here comes that Ell-Saline offense. They got twins left, twins right. Moracle stands in shotgun with Ruiz to his left. Sends his man in motion right to left. Handed off to Ruiz off the right side. He's going to be hit quickly, and Kirchhoff brings him down after a short gain.
Ruiz got the handoff, got the line of scrimmage, got a couple after that, and then Kirchhoff met him and just drops him.
Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Ball at the Cardinal 37-yard line with 1:52 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. Smith Center up 8-3 on the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Cade Wilson runs to the sideline. Looks like it's going to be twins to the right, twins to the left. Phelps and Dries here to the left for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. They send a man in motion. That's Bradley. Moracle going to follow his man through, and he's going to be brought down. Rabby brings him down to the backfield.
Rabby quickly exploding from that defensive tackle spot, getting in the backfield quickly and just dropping him.
Look at him making you look smart.
I figured he was probably a decent one to go with, as he's had a couple good games here the last couple weeks, and he's just been lighting up from the defensive tackle spot, showing why I went with him right there.
Quick update for you in the first quarter. Olpe up on Jackson Heights 3-0. Minute 10 and counting left to go in the first quarter. After the loss, it's now 3rd down and 12 for Ell-Saline. Moracle trips to the left, one man to the right. Rez stands to his left. Moracle goes with the pass, and it's almost picked off as Hendrich laid out for it. Couldn't quite haul it in. Going to bring a 4th down and long for Ell-Saline.
Hendrich laid out for it, and he might have been a little late laying out for it because he thought Kugler was about to go up one hand and try to pick that off. So little miscommunication between the two, but either way, that was a great play by the Redmond defense, as there was 3 different Redmond defenders right there and almost coming away with a pick.
Moracle drops back to punt the ball. Hendrich and Kugler back deep. Pickney the up back for the Redmen. As Moracle gets set to kick. Just gets this one off as looks like Kugler just going to watch this one hit the track.
As I was sitting there as they're getting ready to snap down, I'm like with my hands trying to scoot them backwards a little bit because I knew that was going to be a deep punt, but the wind caught it, shot it through the track as well. So Redmond getting a little bit of help on that one.
So it looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 20. It's like at the 28-yard line. So best starting field position here for the Redmen. No, starting at the 28-yard line. Redmond continue to go left to right on your radio dial. Again up front, it is now Jake Kirchhoff, right tackle. Tyson McKenzie, right guard. Colton Hairsnape, the center. Coy Hairsnape, left guard. Charlie Timmons is the left tackle. Chase Maxwell, the tight end. Wishbone set behind Nathan Yeager, Montgomery, Sass, and Hendrich. And, of course, Griffin Kugler split out to the right. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Hendrich off the left side. Nate follows his blockers through the hole. He drags one. Cardinal close to the 1st down marker.
Hendrich getting things going on the left side this time. Got a good block up front. Took off through the gap. Getting about 9 yards on that before he getting hit and brought down. So Hendrich with a big start here to this drive.
Ball now at the 37-yard line. So 2nd down and 1 for the 2nd down and 1 for the Redmen. Again, ball at their own 37-yard line. 25 seconds of counting left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads 8-3. Kugler a little closer split this time to the line. Sass, Wilkinson, and Hendrich, the wishbone set behind Yeager. 2nd down and short for the Redmen. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Sass. Sass right up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down. Fumble on the play, and Wilkinson able to jump on it there for the Redmond. So Sass picked up the first down. One of the Cardinals punched out as they were headed to the ground, but Wilkinson able to pick it up, and they get an extra 5 yards on the play, as now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Can we go with that was planned? Wilkinson was out in front of everybody by himself, and then all of a sudden the ball was just there at his feet. So I don't know if it was really planned, but that sounds like a good idea to me. Go with it. That was a planned play. As like I said, Wilkinson out in front of everybody. Ball lands right at his feet.
All right, into the first quarter. Smith Center leads 8-3. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Yeah, he meant to do that. Okay. Everybody enjoying this football game, I hope so. Redmond taking on the Ell-Saline Cardinals that we played before. Both teams are pretty well evenly matched. You're looking for some good competition here, so if y'all can maybe make it out to the game, don't forget, you got to wear the mask. Got to wear that mask, baby. Social distance as much as you can. Hopefully everybody will come out. If Redmond win here, they'll play at home next week, so that's something to look forward to. Along with the play on Friday, or Saturday and Sunday next week. So make your plans to come out and enjoy that. Social distance and wear your mask. I'll be there. I will not film or stream because we'd have to pay a royalty to someone far, far away. But thank you so much for all the people who have contributed in the past. I really appreciate it. Midwest Family Health of Smith Center, Phillipsburg, Plainville, and Russell. Matt and Alicia Brown, Curtis and Terry Overmiller, Michael and Claudia Sue Hintz, Jeffrey Charbonneau and Laura Hagman. Thank you, Laura Hagman. Laura is the health director at the Smith County Health Department, and she's the person who makes the releases and lets us know what's going on in Smith County and the area for the COVID. So everybody take care. I'd hate to lose anybody. Too many friends passed away so much. Prayers for the family of Kelly Burgess as he passed away this last week. Go Redmen.
It's Hendrich in the wishbone. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. Yeager gets the snap. They hand it off to Montgomery off the left side. Bentley tries to get the outside, and Moracle going to stand him up right about the 50.
Moracle, good read, getting out there, hitting Montgomery right between the numbers with his face mask. Perfect tackle for him. Pushed Montgomery back and brought him down. So good job there by Moracle, reading and getting upfield quickly.
2nd down and 7 as Andrew Wilkinson brings the play in this time for the Redmen. 11:38 and counting left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads 8-3. Montgomery comes to the sideline after that carry. 2nd down and 7. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Looks like, again, Sass, Wilkinson, and Hendrich. The wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap. They go off the right side this time. Looks like Yeager going to keep it himself. Dives across, maybe gain a 1.
Not a lot going for Yeager on that one. Kind of had two different piles that he had to try to fight through. Able to fight through finally to get 1 yard on it, but a lot of fighting for Yeager to get the 1 yard. So tough run there. Yeager getting 1 yard, like I said there, but tough run.
3rd down and 6. 10:50 left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads 8-3. Maxwell tied in on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. Montgomery, Hendrich, Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. 3rd down and 6 for the Redmen. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich off the right side. He's going to fall forward for a gain of a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Redmen.
Cardinals holding strong here on this one. He's forcing that little short gain there for Hendrich. Hit the line of scrimmage and nothing going as his legs got wrapped up quickly, just going down for probably about a gain of 1 yard, maybe 2.
Another update for you. Into the first quarter, Inman up on Remington, 21-0. So there's another 1A score for you. So 4th down for the Redmen. Hairsnapes both come off. Tice McKenzie comes off. So it looks like the Redmen may be punting this ball away as they have it in Cardinal territory. But again, the ball at about the 48-yard line. So Kugler standing at his own 40. No Cardinals back to receive the punt. So high snap, Kugler corrals it. He rolls to his right. Kugler's going to run it. Kugler at the line of scrimmage. He's got the 1st down and more as Kugler up the sideline, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. We've been waiting for that all year long, Robbie, as he's had some opportunities, and the Redmen take advantage of Kugler's athleticism and speed right around the right corner, and he picks up the 1st down.
Well, he went the right way on that one as he was in hot pursuit there by, I believe it was Garrett Phelps. He came off the other side. Kugler went the other way. Phelps couldn't catch him. And Kugler, like you said, using his athletic ability to get to that sideline with nothing but pure speed and his agility to get there, and then just burnt the Cardinals down the sideline.
Gain of 10 on the play. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 38-yard line. Kugler now split out to the right. Getting Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. It is Wilkinson, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. 1st and 10 for the Redmen. They go right to left on your radio dials. They hand it off to Sass. And Jake gets a nice gain here on 1st down.
Sass coming off big games here. As well, right now that was only carry number 4 for him, as he's normally by this time quite a bit into the game on his carries. So not getting a lot of carries here so far. But the Cardinals, like I said earlier, they are in a 7-man front.
Well, last week they had him down, or against Inman, they had him down for 43 carries. So yeah, he's been getting the brunt of the workload. But right now, Ell-Saline doing a nice job trying to shut that down after they gave up 3 touchdowns to him a couple weeks ago. This time the Redmond handed off to Hendrich. Hendrich bounces off a couple tackles, tries to drag Cade Wilson, but Wilson able to throw him down. But Hendrich able to pick up a couple.
Hendrich fighting for tough yards there, as he had to bounce off a couple different times to get some good yards there going down the field, able to finally get something going, but Wilson quickly wrapping him up and pulling him down.
So 3rd down, and let's call it a long 3, short 4 here for the Redmond. Ball right now at the 32-yard line.
If I was a bet man, I'd watch for Smith Center's counter coming up here before too long. They've been getting things going one way, can bring that counter back and get something going for them quickly the other way.
Wilkinson, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. 3rd down and 3 from the 32. There's the snap. They hand it off to Sass. Sass right up the middle, and he's going to get just short of the 1st down marker, it looks like.
Sass had a pile in front of him, but able to push the pile and gets about 3 on that one, so he's just short of that 1st down marker, but not by a whole lot.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. He needs the 28. So 4th down and 1 for the Redmen. 7:50 and counting left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads 8-3 over the Ell-Saline Cardinals. The Redmen now face 4th down and 1 from the Ell-Saline 29-yard line. Kugler split out to the right. Chase Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. Yeager awaits the snap from Colton Harris-Snape. There it is. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich off the right side. He breaks the tackle. He's up the sideline. Cuts back. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Smith Center, Redmond. It's a 29-yard touchdown run as Nate Hendrich. Never mind. There's a flag.
I think we're going to mention Kugler's name here on this one on the outside there, as I believe he might be getting called for holding on that one. We spoke too soon, but either way, that was a big run for Hendrich, getting to the outside and cutting upfield. Kind of wondered if there wasn't going to be something. I've kind of seen Ell-Saline's coach over there by the ref yelling a little bit, so I figured maybe that might be something, but kind of hard to tell where it was at.
So, going to be, instead of a touchdown for the Redmen, it is now going to be 4th down and about 7. So Hendrich had the nice run, but unfortunately it's coming back. And it'll be 4th down and about 7. Ball right at the 35-yard line for the Redmen. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Wilkinson moves up to that wingback position, so broken bone in the backfield behind Yeager, Sass, and Hendrich is still in the broken bone as Yeager back to pass. He's under pressure, and a whole host of Cardinals there as they were led by, 55 was there. That's Jonathan Calzada Villa, the lead Cardinal on that one, to force turnover on downs.
You know, it may be a turnover on downs, but a good thing out of that for the Redmen is Yeager made the right decision with that. His guys he was trying to look to get the pass out to, they were covered up tight. He just tucked the ball, put it into his gut, and took the sack. So, given the Cardinals all right field position to start with, but instead of it being a turnover, it's just a turnover on downs, and he took the sack instead of throwing a huge pick or something.
7:15 left to go in the first half, so the penalty costly for the Redmen. They had scored, but with the holding penalty, it got brought back, and now turnover on down. So here comes the Ell-Saline offense. They go left to right on your radio dial, trips to the right. Oracle back to pass, goes over the middle, and can't haul it in, as that is going to be Tegan Bradley unable to haul it in.
As soon as Morkel released that ball, he got hit not a hard hit, just enough to bump and let him know that there was Redmond there. So might put a little bit extra on it as he heard the footsteps and hit the hands of his receiver and just hit the ground.
7:10 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3 over the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Here comes that Cardinal offense as Morkel breaks the huddle. Phelps to the right, along with, looks like Powell to the right, and another man here to the right, one to the left. Morkel runs it to the right, follows his blockers, tries to get to the outside, breaks a couple tackles. Morkel finally written down by Pickney, but he does pick up the first down.
Morkel with another tough run on that one. Got hit by 3 or 4 different tacklers, able to scamper past them and get down the field quickly, getting that first down.
So 1st and 10, a ball at the Redmond 48-yard line for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. 7:03 left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5. It's 8-3. Quick update for you. Second quarter, Olpe up on Jackson Heights 10-0. Morkel sends trips to the left. Bradley to the right. Ruiz stands to his left. There's the snap. Morkel going to keep it himself right through the hole. He's met in the hole by Jake Sass and then a whole host of other Redmen. A short gain on this one.
The Cardinals, they lined up quickly on the ball. The Redmond a little bit slower. If the Cardinals would have been quick on that and snapped that ball, they could have got the Redmond sleeping on that one and gotten some good yards off. But instead, they slowed things down a little bit. And when they snapped the ball, Sass able to meet him in the hole and drop Morkel as he was going.
2nd down and 8. Ball at the 46-yard line, so 2nd down and 8. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Ruiz stands to the left of Morkel. He looks left, throws left, has his man, overthrows him out of bounds.
As Morkel might have seen a Redmond's jersey coming flying at him. I'm trying to wait till he turns so I can see his number here. His number on his shoulder pad is too small to read. As I believe that was Nathan Yeager coming in on a blitz, getting back there and getting his hand up, making that pass go a little bit high.
So, 3rd down and 8 for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. 6:07 left to go in the first half. Trips to the left, one man to the right for Morkel as he stands in shotgun. Morkel again back to pass, looks to his left. Morkel all day to pass. Now he rolls to his left, passes it off, looks for Bradley. Bradley holds it in for a first down.
Tough pass there from Morkel, putting it on the run right into Bradley's hands as Bradley right along the sideline, able to pull it in before he went out of bounds.
First time the Ell-Saline Cardinals have converted a 3rd down in this first half. It's now 1st and 10. Ball at the looks like 33-yard line. Just under 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3. Maxwell comes out for the Redmond. Trips to the right this time. One man to the left. Morkel. Now there's a whistle here. Going to be a false start on the Cardinals.
As that's kind of helping the Redmond here. Getting that false start might slow things down here for the Cardinals. They're getting a little bit of momentum built up, moving the ball quickly. That last play, like you said, all sorts of time for Morkel to find his receiver and Bradley on that one and get that pass out of there. Coach Hutchison down on the sideline, quickly looking to the sideline, trying to get someone switched in there, maybe get a little bit more pressure. As Timmons, that last play, was on the sideline, he went right back in quickly.
5:40 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3. 1st and 15 for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Ball at the Redmond 38. Morkel going to keep it on the run this time. Tries to get to the outside, and he's going to be buried. Montgomery there, along with Tice McKenzie.
And we're going to have a flag coming late from the back judge. Not sure what this is going to be holding like on the Cardinals.
So that, see what the Redmen decide to do, if they decide to accept that or decline it. Well, it looks like they are going to accept it, so.
I'll say it's only 1st down. Accept it, push them back, make them have a whole lot more field to work with to get something going. They've already showed that they can kick a field goal. Now they'd be kicking into the win this time, but the farther back you can push them, the farther it is, so it'd be a harder shot at the field goal.
1st and forever now for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. That 1st down marker is setting at, let's see, about the 23-yard line. Ball right now at the 49-yard line, so about 1st and 26 or so for the Ell-Saline Cardinals as Morkel sends trips to the left. One man to the right, Morkel. Quick pass to the outside. That is Heischel with it. Heisch with it, and he's going to be brought down, maybe a gain of 1. So Joe Heisch on the catch.
Whole lot of running for him as he caught it by the sideline, ran back in towards the line of scrimmage because it was covered up there by Redmond, forced him right back into the middle of the field, ran probably 6 yards to get 1 yard. So tough run by Heischel trying to get something going upfield, but nothing going for him.
So Joe Heisch, he's the guy that kicked the field goal. So now Heisch able to get on the offensive side of things here a little bit. Looks like split out to the right here will be Powell, along with two other Cardinal players, one to the left. Oracle again in shotgun. He looks left, looks right, unloads to the right up the sideline, and Heisch hauls it in along the sideline. Or no, that's Dries on the catch, excuse me. So Dries with the big catch up the sideline for the Cardinals. Still going to bring up a third down, but much more manageable now for third down here.
Huge pass play there for the Cardinals, getting some good yards on that one.
So third down and a call it 4, ball down to the 26-yard line. So third down and a long 3, short 4 here for the Cardinals. Morkel sends twins left, twins right. Ruiz stands to his right in shotgun. Quick pass to the outside. Can't haul it in that time, as that was Powell, the intended receiver.
As Powell out there, he had a little opening. I think Morkel might have seen a red jersey flying in on him on a blitz there. Just kind of got down out of there quickly and put a little bit high for him.
So fourth down and 4, ball at the Redmond 26-yard line as the Cardinals go left to right on your radio dial. That stops the clock with 4:10 left to go in the first half. So Center leads by 5, 8-3. So, see. Looks like going to have a timeout called here. Going to be a timeout by the Ell-Saline Cardinals. So, with 4:10 left to go in the first half, the Smith Center Redmond lead by 5, 8-3. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everyone helping out here. Kansas State High School Athletic Association. If you'd like to be an official, so many possibilities in the choices of games that you could possibly participate in. You can give a call down in the Kansas State High School Athletic Association. They'll line you up. They have training classes and things like that for anyone who would like to be an official in football, basketball, wrestling, volleyball, and multiple other sports and activities. So thank you, Kansas State High School Athletic Association. The Redmen will be back in town if they win this game here, and maybe back in town the next week. So we'll have to wait and see. One game at a time, one match at a time. Go Redmen. Thank you everyone who's contributed.
For you from around the area. Looks like Moracle going to send the twins to the right. That's Wilson and Bradley to the right, twins to the left. Ruiz stands to the left of Moracle in shotgun. Moracle going to run it to the left. He's under pressure by Luke Franklin. Moracle passes it at the last second, incomplete, and it will be turnover on downs.
Moracle launched that one as he was under immense amount of pressure there by Franklin, getting that ball out of there quickly, trying to find his wide receiver downfield. I'm not sure if the wind might have caught down a little bit and pushed it to the side, but it went to where there was no one at as it went right out of bounds.
So 4:02 left to go here in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3 over the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Redmond going right to left on your radio dial. Again, ball at their own 26-yard line. Kugler runs out to the right. The Redmen have Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They hand this one off. No, Yeager keeps it himself. Yeager has an opening to the outside and slips as he goes to cut back as he was trying to get around Moracle. First down yardage, though, for the Redmen as he gets all the way up to the 41-yard line.
Yeager with a huge run on that one. He had more coming if he could have made that cut, but his cleats went right out from underneath him and he went down. He kind of gave a little head shake as he couldn't believe it. That was a huge gain there for Yeager and a lot more to come.
Montgomery comes to the sideline. 1st and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at the Ell-Saline 41, or at their own 41-yard line. 3:45 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell tied it on the left side. Hendrich, Wilkinson, Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich off the right side, and he's going to be bottled up as there's about 4 Ell-Saline Cardinals there after Hendrich picks up a couple on the play.
This is tough running going for the Redmond running backs is once again this Cardinals. They are in a 7 front with 3 linebackers. Those 3 linebackers are lining up in the gaps, and it's different gaps every time. So Redmond trying to figure out where to go with the ball, but there's not a lot going sometimes.
So gain of about 2 on the play. Second down and a long 7, short 8 here. Looks like they got the ball spotted about the 44-yard line. So gain of 3, second down and 7. 2:55 left to go here in the first half. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Yeager. Keeps it himself, actually. He's going to get across the 45 up to about the 47.
Haven't really seen Yeager run a whole lot this year, but able to get some good yards here on the couple carries that he got with going here. So Redmond might be trying to figure something out here. Going with Yeager, trying to get him to the outside maybe.
30 carries on the year coming into the ball game. So third down and 4 for the Redmen. Yeager goes with a hard count, but did the Cardinals jump first, or did the Redmen fall forward? It looks like they're going to count it off, so it is 1st and 10 for the Redmen.
I think the Redmond got knocked over by the Cardinals, as I believe it was Jonathan Calzada Villa was the one that jumped off there quickly and catching the arms out from underneath the Redmond that's lined up in front of him.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Ball at the Cardinal 48-yard line. 2 minutes and counting left to go here in the first half. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Sass. Jake runs over a whole host of Cardinals as he falls forward just shy of the 40-yard line.
Well, evidently Sass is tired of just getting some short yards, so he wants some bigger yards on that one as he dropped his shoulders, laid the boom, and went over top.
Ball at the Cardinal 41-yard line, so gain of 7. Second down and a long 2, short 3 here for the Redmen. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Minute and a half and counting left to go here in the first half. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Sass again. And there's a flag on the play, but Sass continues to haul Cardinal defenders all the way down to about the 22, but there's a flag on the play back here at about the 37-yard line.
There was a whole big old pile there, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be holding on the Redmond. As like I said, there was a whole pile there. How the ref even seen that is beyond me, because there was a whole bunch of people right there in that one little area. But either way, holding on the Redmond, going to push him back, as Sass had a big run on that one, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to count.
So instead of 1st and 10 at about the 22, it's now 2nd and 9 at the 47. Tice McKenzie comes to the sideline. Yeager runs the play in for the Redmen. Again, 2nd down and 9, ball at the Cardinal 47-yard line. Minute 10 and counting left to go here in this first half. Smith Center leads 8-3. Maxwell tied in on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. Sass, Wilkinson, Hendrich, the wishbone set as Yeager follows Sass through the hole. He's going to pick up a couple on the play.
So that's kind of a little bit different play for the Redmen, as fake the handoff to Sass and just slips in right behind him, follows him through the hole, able to get a few yards on it. But like I said, kind of different play for the Redmen.
Redmond take a timeout with 55 seconds left to go in the first half. They lead 8-3 over the Ell-Saline Cardinals. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen channel. Thank you so much for everyone who helps out here. Channel leaders are here cheering, and the flag girls are doing the flagging. Show them flag their girls there, Brandon. Yeah, they put a lot of effort, put a lot of work in. Emily Hosco is their sponsor for that, and Bauman and Latham are Darian and Latham are the cheerleader sponsors, and Godsey is the dance sponsor. And there she is, getting ready to pump up the girls. It'll be a halftime show here with the girl dancers. So go Redmen, go Red. Support your local students, support your local school.
Timmons, Hairsnape, Raby, and also Kirchhoff of the front 5 for the Redmen. Chase Maxwell will be the tight end on the left side. We wait the Redmen to break the huddle here. Kugler runs out. He'll be split out to the right. Montgomery, Sass, Hendrich, the wishbone set behind Yeager. 3rd down and 5 for the Redmen. Ball at the Cardinal 43-yard line. There's a snap from Harris-Snape. They run the counter with Montgomery. Montgomery finds a hole and more. Bentley off to the races as he finally gets bottled up, breaks a couple tackles, and brought down at the 29-yard line as Montgomery able to find a hole and pick up a big first down here for the Redmen.
Montgomery with a huge run on that one, able to find the gap that he needed to off that counter. Seen that there was nothing there, all of a sudden cut back and went the other way, getting some big yards on that one.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmen. 35 seconds left to go. Ball at the 29-yard line. As going to have a timeout called here by the Redmen as Yeager looked like he may have been back to pass, lost his footing on the play. Ball going to be all the way back now to the 33-yard line. So it was a 1st and 10 from the 29, loss of 4 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Redmen after the timeout with 30 seconds left to go here in the half. We'll keep this one here, Robbie, as the Redmen lead at 8-3, and they are going to try to punch it in here before halftime, but only 30 seconds left. Well, losing 4 on the play is not a good way to start that.
That's not a good way to start that. You know, one thing that I've been watching here, they really haven't tried to get Kugler involved at all out there on that outside. He's one-on-one. This last time they kind of, Ell-Saline changed it up. They have been in a 7-man front. Looks like they went to probably a 4-man front, so changing up here a little bit, trying to get something changes here to make the Redmen try to rethink what they're doing. But the Redmen sitting where they can fairly easily punch it in with just 30 seconds, though.
So going to be 2nd down here for the Redmen and about 14. Ball at the Cardinal 33-yard line. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Smith Center leads by 5, 8-3. So we wait the Redmen to break the huddle. It's going to be Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. Montgomery, Sass, and Hendrich to wishbone set. Again, Dries continues to cover up Kugler on the outside. Yeager awaits the snap from Harris-Snape, and the Redmen going to jump off this time as Raby takes a quick step, so push it back, 2nd down and 19.
As that's a big one there for the Redmond. Raby jumping off sides on that, trying to go with a little bit of a hard count, get the Cardinals jump off sides, maybe get those 4 yards back, but instead going backwards.
So Raby comes to the sideline. Tice McKenzie back into the ball game. Yeager brings the play in for the Redmen. 30 seconds left to go in the half. So Center leads 8-3. It was 1st and 10 from the 29, but loss of 4 and then a 5-yard penalty. Now 2nd down and 19 from the Cardinal 38-yard line. Again, Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap. They hand this one off. No, they're going to run the reverse with Kugler. Kugler has a wall. Kugler at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's got blockers at the 10. Cuts back 5. It's a touchdown, Redmond! As Griffin Kugler from 38 yards out, they run the reverse. He had a huge play against the Plainville Cardinals. This time it's a 38-yard touchdown run for Griffin Kugler, and the Redmond now lead 14-3.
A great blocking up front there by the Redmond, getting out in front of him, setting up the wall for Kugler to run right along his sideline. His teammates cheering him on as he runs into the end zone. Had one guy to beat right at the goal line, cut around him right into the end zone. Big run for Kugler. You said it in the Plainville game, he had that run. Kind of surprised there, kind of ready for it here. Kugler, big reverse play. Redmond pulling it out. The stops to get into the end zone here before halftime.
18 seconds left to go here in this first half, and the Redmen now lead 14-3 as, again, we saw Freddie Lambert come off hobbled. So now Andrew Wilkinson comes in to kick the extra point. Kugler the hold, Sass the snap. Snap is high. Kugler picks it up, tries to make something happen, but gets tripped up. So 2-point conversion, no good for the Redmen.
Kugler just had one guy to beat. His leg just barely got caught. Otherwise, he might have been off to the races, going to the sideline again. Otherwise, just a high snap. Redmond trying to make something happen off of it.
18 seconds left to go in the half. Smith Center leads 14-3. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, thank you so much for our sponsors. I'd like to mention also the Home on the Range celebration coming up on April 24, 23, 24, 25, I believe. Mitch had sent me some information, and it's buried somewhere in my phone. So pickleball and jogging and all the other fun things that go on, along with that golfing thing. So get your golfing buddies together. And Mitch always brings back some Chiefs to have a chit chat and play some pickleball. So it's a pretty good time. So crazy stuff goes on there. So set your clocks ready for 2021 April. Some more of our sponsors are Dan and Keisha Archer, Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Jack and Arlene Ben, Buck Snow Shack, thank you, Buck and the Snack Shack Boys, Eldine Holtis and the Holtis Boys, Mike, Mitch, Lyle, and Michael.
Teeing it up for the Redmond is Jake Kirchhoff. As Wilkinson kicked it last time, we'll see if Jake does this time. "18 seconds left to go in the half as Kirchhoff getting set to kick right to left on your radio dial. Booming kick here as the Cardinals just going to let this one roll, and it does roll into the end zone.
Cardinals quickly waving everybody off, letting that just roll into the end zone. Don't waste any time off the clock. Get yourself out there with as much time as you can. The Cardinals, they have a decent passing attack, so I'm sure that's what they're going to come out with, try to move down this field as quickly as possible. The bad thing is, even if they get into field goal range, it's going to be a tough field goal as they're facing the wind.
So, ball at their own 20-yard line for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. 18 seconds left to go in the half. Oracle sends one man to the right. That is Dree. Sends one to the left, or twins to the left. Oracle takes a knee, and the Cardinals just going to take that into halftime as the Smith Center Redmond lead it 14-3. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up the first half. Right after this, you're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
And we'll be having the halftime show here. So, Brandon, I need you to flip that second button down. Yep. So now we can get the sound and stuff like that working for the dancers. Everybody enjoys the dancers, and the girls put a lot of time and effort in making these dance routines work out. So, hope you all appreciate it. And the flaggers, they'll be out there winging them flags sometimes in a 20 or 30 mile an hour wind. But it's a good activity. It's good for the girls. It's good for the community to have something different out here. So I'd like to have everybody remember the play's coming up next Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So come and enjoy that. It's a spin on Rumpelstiltskin. No. Rapunzel, not Rumpelstiltskin. Duh, me. I watched it 3 nights in a row. 3 nights. Rapunzel, let down your hair, but it's got a bit of a twist to it. It's a lot of fun for the whole family, so come out and enjoy the play there at the Smith Center Auditorium next Saturday and Sunday.
So come on out and check your performances out on both Saturday and Sunday.
Start the clock. Here we go.
The Smith Center Skylights. Squad members include freshman Sierra Kingsbury, Freshman Bailey Archer. Sophomore Adrian Hawkins. Sophomore co-captain Haley Feldman. The senior co-captain Farron McCoy.
Good job. Thank you.
College. Marshall will be hosting UMass. Florida, Georgia, big SEC game, battle of top 10 teams there. Cincinnati will be hosting Houston. Kansas will be at Oklahoma. Maryland at Penn State. Minnesota at Illinois. Vanderbilt at Mississippi State. Texas Tech at TCU, among many others tomorrow, as the SEC, every Power 5 conference back now as the Pac-12 gets started tomorrow. A big one there. Oregon in action tomorrow as well. So some big games going on tomorrow in college football. Is finally feels like everybody's back. Do see a few postponements though because of Corona.
Everything's starting to get back to normal here a little bit, at least for us. So football's getting back. I've seen NBA, they're talking about regular season start here in December, so everything's kind of getting back to normal. But I'm just glad we got college football back. Whether it was Nebraska or not, I was just glad to see college football was coming back so I could watch college football.
I know the NHL, they're in talks of trying to decide when they're going to come back as well. So everything's starting to try to come back, but of course, everything kind of still up in the air. So looks like we approach the second half. We'll take our final timeout. We'll be back with Robbie's Keys to Victory right after this, as you're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web. I'm not that shocked. I'm surprised Cedric hasn't scored. I'm not surprised Oakland would.
Did you want full 2 here, Jesse?
What?
Full 2?
Yeah, full 2, please.
The only ones I haven't seen anything on are Linden and Jefferson County North and Oakley Sedgwick.
Shannon just said Oakley's up 7-0 at halftime.
Ah.
Yeah, Oakley was at home last week against Hendrich.
What? We had the same number of home games. So they have to come in.
We'd like to think that anyway.
Well, they might because there would be not a home game. That's the case.
Unless they're like, oh, you had a bye. That's going to count as a home game. It shouldn't.
Last spot.
But I think
They normally do. Robbie Gibson at halftime. The Smith Center Redmond lead the Ell-Saline Cardinals 14-3 after a pair of touchdown runs for the Redmond. A 3-yard run by Bentley Montgomery and a 38-yard run by Griffin Kugler. A 31-yard field goal by Joe Heisch. The only points on the board for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. So, Robbie, as we get set here for the second half, giving you 2 minutes. Take your time. Let us know what you're thinking keys to victory are here for both these teams. As we're in a close one here through the first half.
Well, all righty here. We'll try to take as much time as I can here on this. Well, starting on the Redmond side, they got to get some things going to the outside. The Cardinals there, they've been lined up in a 7-man front with 3 linebackers lined up in the gaps, making running through the middle of the field very difficult for the Redmond. They got to get something going to the outside. You see him with that big reverse there from Kugler, able to really get things flying down the sideline, got to the outside. He had a wall out in front of him and able to get down the field. So if they can get some quick pitches or something going to the outside to let some things go that way, that'll help them out tremendously and open some things up through the middle. So they got to get things going out to the outside. On the defensive side of things, they got to make sure the plays come back through the middle, close up that outside running lanes for Moracle, make him have to get back into the middle of the field, and then close down the passing lanes as well. Moracle, we mentioned it in pregame, he is a universal quarterback that can run, can throw. He's very accurate when he can get the passes. He's had some time back there. His line's doing a good job protecting him. So the Redmond defensive line has got to make sure when they get after him, they push him into the middle of the field so they can get to the outside. And then when the running plays come, those linebackers have to get to the outside as well to push it right back into the middle of the field to the pursuits as well. Going over to the Cardinal side of things here. Mix it up on offense. They've been doing a good job of run, pass, or whatever it might be, pass, run. They got to keep that change up there on the Redmond defense. Make the defense have to try to play catch up with things. You're going to see maybe some play action coming out here in this second half for the Cardinals. I could see play action coming into a big factor here. Try to get that secondary of the Redmond to bite in hard on the play action going over top if they got the wind to their backs. Otherwise, I think this Cardinal offense is going to come out there and keep things in guessing mode for this Redmond defense on what they're going to do. Going into the defensive side of things here for the Cardinals, they got to keep the middle clogged. They're doing a good job slowing down this Redmond offense and keeping 7 guys on the down linemen, 3 linebackers, and clogging up that middle. The Redmond not afraid to back down from the challenge, but so far you kind of got to give it to the Cardinals on slowing things down. Where the Redmond able to get to the outside is where they've been able to get on the scoreboard here in this game so far. Otherwise, going through the middle, not a lot there. You've seen a couple of runs there by Hendrich, able to get some yards, but the Cardinals able to clog that middle enough to make some things happen there for them, and that's what I got for both teams.
All right, we're getting set here for the second half. The Smith Center Redmond will kick off with a 14-3 lead. As we have a final in for you here, couple finals. Hoxie over South Gray 50-0, and Victoria over Sylvan Lucas 50-0. Halftime score Olpe all over Jackson Heights at half 38-0. Again, we get set for our second half. The Smith Center Redmond lead of 14-3. Kirchhoff getting set to kick off here for the Redmond. Looks like a quick update for you. Conway Springs scored a 1-yard TD with 45 seconds remaining in the game. As Dries and Moracle watch it bounce into the end zone, so they'll start at their own 20-yard line again, do the Ell-Saline Cardinals. But again, that update for you, Conway scored a 1-yard touchdown with 45 seconds remaining, so Conway up 14-7 with that kickoff coming up. So the Cardinals going to have, or the Plainville Cardinals going to have just a little bit of time to try to get on the board.
Not a lot of time there. That's been a dogfight in that one. So Plainville Cardinals got a little bit of time to go a long ways probably with the ball. Tough doing, but they might be able to get something going for them.
So here comes the Ell-Saline Cardinals. They go twins to the left, twins to the right. Moracle in shotgun. Moracle looks left, goes left, low pass, and let's see. Going to be incomplete as Dries was the intended receiver.
Trying to find the ref throughout all the
I couldn't
players
find him
out there. I couldn't find him. Finally able to see his hands going back and forth out there.
I have the binoculars, and I still couldn't find him.
He was hiding over there. But either way, that was a quick pass out there to him and just dropped that a little bit low down there. His ankles went down to get it, but not before the ground hit it.
So Moracle breaks the huddle. Bradley, Powell, Dries to the right. Looks like Phelps to the left. Moracle stands in shotgun. He's under pressure, and he's going to get buried in the backfield. There's a whole host of Redmen. Chase Maxwell there, Jake Kirchhoff there, and Nathan Rabby there as Maxwell stood up Moracle as he tried to get past the outstretched arms of Rabby, and Maxwell made him pay.
Maxwell, perfect timing getting in the backfield as Moracle tried to step over top. Maxwell met him in the hole and just buries him in the backfield. Maxwell with a big hit.
Loss of 5 on the play. Ball back at the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 15 for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Twins to the right. That's Wilson and Bradley. Twins to the left. Moracle stands in shotgun. Moracle looking. He's under pressure by Colton Harrisnate. Moracle tucks it. He's going to try to run. Now passes at the last second. And they could not haul it in as that was Ruiz, the intended receiver.
Moracle running out of real estate real quickly, trying to pass that back across the field. Well, about to midfield on to Ruiz on that one. Not able to do so. Once again, dropping that ball low. Ruiz going down to try to catch it, but the ground meeting the ball before Ruiz got there. So Redmond getting after Moracle here quickly in this 3rd quarter.
4th and 15 for Ell-Saline as Kugler drops back to receive the punt. Moracle stands at about his own 4-yard line. See how this punt works out for Ell-Saline. Again, Morkel standing back to punt the ball at about his own 4. Good snap. Morkel rolls to the right, has some time. End over end punt here. And Kugler is going to pick it up at about the 43. He's up to the 40. Kugler still on his feet now. He's going to be dragged down at about the 30, at the 38 or so yard line.
Morkel kind of got an awkward punt on that one, as it looked like he was trying to go for that like rugby style punt. Got it off the side of his foot, went the opposite way of what he was really wanting it to go. So Kugler not exactly expecting to go that way either. Had to go back and try to cover it up, but not before the Cardinals got there and covered, so not a lot going for Kugler.
Ball at the 38-yard line. The Ell-Saline 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Again, there at the 38-yard line. Redmond going with the broken bone. Kugler and Hendrich split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Sass and Montgomery still in the backfield for the Redmen behind Yeager. There's a snap. They run this one with Montgomery. Montgomery spins off the first tackle, and then he's going to be brought down by a couple different Ell-Saline Cardinals.
Not a lot going for Montgomery. Got to the line of scrimmage, fought his way for about a gain of 3, maybe a little bit more. Looks like maybe 2 instead. Long 2 on that one. But tough run for Montgomery. As like I said, not a lot going for him.
Another 1A score for you. Linden up at the half on Jeff County North, 27-0. 2nd down and 8 for the Redmen after the gain of 2. Again with the broken bone for the Redmen. Hendrich and Kugler remain split out to the right. Sass and Wilkinson, the backs. Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Redmen go right to left on your radio dial here in the second half. They hand this one off to Wilkinson. As Yeager kept it himself, and he's through the hole as he's still on his feet. It's going to take a couple different Cardinals, as he had me completely faked out that time, as I could have swore Wilkinson had the football, and all of a sudden it was Nathan Yeager in wide open spaces.
How did he still have the ball?
I have no idea.
I was watching Wilkinson as well, and then all of a sudden Yeager pops out with it clear out in front of everybody. It's like, wait a second here. So good job there by Yeager. Great fake by Wilkinson, though. That was an amazing fake. Got everybody, I think, thinking he had the ball, and all of a sudden Yeager clear out in front.
1st and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at the Cardinal 13-yard line. Still with the broken bone, with Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Yeager gets the snap, hands this one off to Sass. Jake drags a pile through across the 10.
Sass not doing a whole lot of damage here yet for the Redmond. I'm sure they're going to start maybe trying to use him a little bit more here in this game, but either way, Sass this time getting 5 yards on it, maybe trying to open some things up with him, trying to get to the outside with a couple plays like they did with the Yeager run on that one.
So ball down to the 8-yard line, gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. Here's your final from Conway Springs. Conway 14, Plainville 7. 2nd down and 5 for the Redmond. Ball down to the 8-yard line. Broken bone as the high snap. Yeager going to follow Sass through the hole. He's going to get close to the 5-yard line.
They ran that a couple times, and Yeager gets some decent yards off that. Gives a little fake to Sass, and then just cuts in right behind Sass. Lets Sass be that lead blocker from the fullback spot and gets a few yards on it.
Ball at the 5-yard line, so 3rd and 2 for the Redmen with 8:35 left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 14-3. As again, that's now 3rd and 2 from the 5. Redmond with the broken bone. Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Sass and Montgomery in the backfield behind Yeager. There's a snap to hand it off to Sass. Jake lowers his shoulder, dives forward, and no signal. He's going to be just short of the end zone.
Sass short of the end zone, just barely. I thought the far ref there was starting to signal touchdown there for a second. Kind of blinded by a car over there. He turned the lights on right as the ref put his hand up, so I wasn't sure if the other hand went up or not. But close run there by Sass as he got quite a bit closer to that goal line.
1st and goal from the 1 for the Redmen. Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Sass and Wilkinson in the broken bone behind Yeager. Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. Yeager awaits the snap from Colton Hairsnape. There's a snap to hand it off to Sass. Jake dives forward. Touchdown, Redmond, with 7:47 left to go in the third quarter. The Redmond now lead 20-3 on a 1-yard run by Jake Sass.
Sass quickly getting to the line of scrimmage and just diving across. Didn't even give it a second guess and trying to power his way through. Just caught air and went across that goal line with no one touching him.
So the Redmond on the board and leading 20-3 with 7:47 left to go. The Redmond 5 plays that time. 6 plays, on that drive. 38 yards. as Wilkinson comes out to kick the extra point. Sass to snap, a good one. Kugler's hold is down. Wilkinson's kick is up, and it's right down the middle. The extra point is good with 7:47 left to go in the third. So Center up 21-3. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 and on the Smith Center Redmen channel. Thank you so much, Vacation, for allowing us to stream and broadcast these games. During this time of COVID, a lot of people can't come out and get out. Some folks are sick all across the world, so hope you enjoy what you're watching. So thank you, Keisha, for allowing us. Thank you, Next Tech, for supplying us the equipment to do the things we do. Don't forget, Next Tech, I work for the business IT solutions. Ryan Murphy, he works for the advertising solutions and does web pages and things like that. So if you need somebody to do some work for you to get your message out there, call Next Tech. We'll put you in a position to get everybody out there knowing who you are and where you're at. Also, Cloud Phone, which is a handy device, so you can have a landline connected to your office. Plus, we do sell the phone lines for your whole office. But then, if you have the Cloud Phone, then you can go fishing or be anywhere at a football game or wherever you happen to be, and your phone will ring in the office, but you can pick it up wherever you're at. So a lot of possibilities. Thank you, Next Tech, for all you've done for us in the past and what we're looking forward to in the future. So go Redmen.
For Redmond running in there for him. Looks like Stocker in on kickoff this time to give Jake Sass a breather. Kirchhoff getting set to kick. Trees and Moracle back deep for the Ell-Saline Cardinals as Kirchhoff booms this one. Moracle going to get behind it, though. He picks it up at the 10. He's up to 15-20. Moracle 25, and that's where he's going to be brought down. A whole host of Redmond there as looks like Montgomery there along with Kirchhoff and Wilkinson, I believe, was there as well. So a whole host of Redmond that time.
Not sure which Redmond was the first one there, but Moracle running, and all of a sudden his feet were laid out straight behind him, and he was laying on top of the Redmond, not going anywhere. So good job there by the Redmond, getting down there quickly, not letting Moracle get some speed built up, and just bringing him down.
1st and 10 for Ell-Saline, ball at their own 27-yard line. 7:42 left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center up 21-3. Moracle in shotgun. Quick pass to Drees. Drees tries to get around the defense. Cannot. Pickney playing great defensive coverage that time. And then he was helped by Kirchhoff and Maxwell.
You said it. Pickney out there playing great defense on Drees. Drees caught the pass, turned, tried to make a quick move on Pickney, but Pickney's mirrored him, got him pushed right back into the Redmen there, right in the middle of the field pretty much, and just sacked and brought down right behind for about a gain of yard.
So gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the Cardinal 28-yard line. Moracle sends a one-man to the right. Twins to the left. Moracle going to keep it himself. Tries to find a hole. He's going to get up to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 31.
That was a great job there by the Redmen, staying home on that one. As went with a kind of a fake reverse. Moracle brought it right back. And the Redmond defensive end and linebacker and defensive back all stayed home. Couldn't find a hole going through the three of them. And just goes down with Moracle.
Ball up to the 32-yard line. 3rd down and a long 5, short 6 here for 3rd down and a long 5. Quick update for you. The winner of this one plays the winner of Sedgwick Oakley. Sedgwick up at halftime, 17-7 on the Plainsmen. Moracle looking to quick pass. Has his man in the flats. Does he haul it in? He does. A great catch over on the far sideline as that was Tegan Bradley picking up the 1st down for the Cardinals.
Bradley went up, got hit as he was catching it. So good job paying attention to the ball, pulling it in, then just going out of bounds. Just like I said, as he was up in the air, got hit shoulder pad to shoulder pad, able to not pay attention to the hit, pay attention to the ball, pull it in, and just go out of bounds. So good little 1st down pickup there by Bradley.
Ball at the 39-yard line, the Cardinals' 39-yard line. So go left to right on your radio dial. Powell to the left, trips to the right. Moracle in shotgun with Reese stands next to him. Moracle gets the pass off, and Drees hauls it in for a 1st down. A nice catch over the middle by Keenan Drees, and it's a big 1st down reception for the Cardinal wide receiver. Ball down to the Redmond 37-yard line. 1st and 10 from there with 6:08 left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3, but the Cardinals moving the ball here on a couple big pass plays back to back.
Kugler looked like he went to try to maybe make a pick on that one and missed the ball. Drees able to pay attention through it, caught it, got a couple extra yards before it brought down. So good job there by Drees paying attention to that ball, even though he had a Redmond defender right there.
Morkel again passes this one, and it's picked off. Hendrich picks it off as Nate Hendrich has the interception, and the ball goes the other way. It's Redmond football.
And big interception there for Hendrich as the Cardinals had the momentum moving down the field quickly with those pass plays. This time went through the hands of one of his own receivers. Not sure which one it was out there, but Hendrich in cover as it fell right into Hendrich's hand. Hendrich tried to cut close to him, make it where he couldn't touch him or tackle him anyways. Got past him, but the rest of the Cardinals right there to make sure that Hendrich couldn't get things going the other way.
Ball at the 26-yard line, the Redmond 26-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. 5:40 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Redmond up 21-3. Again, the broken bone for the Redmond as Yeager sends Hendrich and Kugler out to the right. Montgomery and Sass remain in the backfield with Maxwell, the tight end, on the left side. There's the snap from Harris Snape. They hand this one off to Jake Sass. He falls forward for a gain of a couple.
Not a whole lot going for Sass. Hit the line of scrimmage, pushed his way forward for about a gain of 3 on the play. Maybe a long 2, short 3 on that one.
So we'll call it 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 29-yard line. 5:19 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Smith Center up 21-3. They go right to left on your radio dial. They've kind of tried to open up the box a little bit. They continue to go with the broken bone. Get that extra defender out there to have to cover up that other receiver as it's Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Sass and Wilkinson in the backfield. Maxwell the tight end on the left side. Yeager gets the snap. They're going to go off the right side this time with Wilkinson. He tries to bounce to the outside, does so. Breaks the first couple tackles. Andrew dives across the first down marker. Nice run there by Andrew Wilkinson.
Tough run by Wilkinson. You said nice run, though. Got to the outside, broke off one tackler, able to just lunge forward, get the first down, and a little couple extra yards on that one. So great job there by Wilkinson. Got a little bit of a block up front there from his quarterback as Yeager got out in front for the lead blocker.
So, looks like into the offensive line is Timmons, Hairsnape, along with McKenzie and Kirchhoff. Sass and Montgomery the backs. Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell the tight end on the left side. 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Quick pass to Kugler. Kugler gets a block out to the outside by Hendrich. Kugler up the sideline, and he's going to be stood up and then pushed backwards. But he's going to get a nice gain here on 1st down. Good job over there defensively, though, by the Cardinals. As it looks like Drees able to push Kugler back after a gain of a couple.
Trying to get a little quick screen out to the outside. Like you said there just a little bit ago, trying to open some things up here, trying to get that Cardinals out of their 7-man front, trying to open some things up, getting some passes going to the outside and quick stuff to the outside by the Redmen. And that's one of the way to do it, get some screenplays going.
2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4 for the Redmen. Broken bone set. Wilkinson and Sass in the backfield. Kugler comes in motion. They're going to flip it to Kugler. Kugler's got blockers in front of him. He's up to the 45, cuts outside there. Tries to get around another defender, and Morkel's going to throw him down close to the 1st down marker.
Good blocking there by the Redmen as on that one. Easy to come with holding calls on that, but that was a clean play. All of them done it just right, able to get their blocks, get going one way, and then work their feet and get back on the other side to let Kugler have a wall to get behind and get they're going to be short, I think, just barely.
So, looks like they are going to bring the chains out here as they're trying to get it spotted just right. So we knew it was close. It looks like they're going to bring the chains all the way across the field to get the chain gain some action here in this one. 3:32 left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3 as the chain gain comes across again. Last we knew, Sedgwick was up on Oakley 17-7 on Oakley. The winner of this one takes on the winner of that one. So hopefully they keep updating that score so we can kind of keep you up to date with what's coming up next for the Redmen.
I think it's going to be just short. I couldn't tell. One of the Redmond coaches was standing right on top of the ball, so I couldn't see through him.
Looks like they are going to mark him just short. So the 3rd down and short here for the Redmen. Ball grazing the 46-yard line. They need the 47. 3:32 left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3. Trying to cap capitalize on the first turnover of the game. An interception by Nate Hendrich. Redmond go back to the wishbone with Kugler split out to the right. Sass, Hendrich, and Montgomery. They hand it off to Sass. Sass over the pile, and he's going to be brought down in Cardinal territory for a first down.
You kind of had to guess that was coming, as Sass, he's normally good for about a yard or two, and tonight that's about all he's been getting, but that time able to break one out there and get about 4 or 5 on it, so good game there by Sass.
Ball down to the Cardinal 48-yard line. 1st and 10 from there with 3:08 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Wilkinson, Hendrich, Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. The Redmond going right to left on your radio dial. They're going to hand this one off to Hendrich. Nate follows his blockers, and he's going to be upended by Moracle after a gain of right about 5 yards.
One of these times, Moracle comes in like that, one of the Redmen are going to be able to see him with enough time, and you're going to see him catch air over top of him as Moracle comes in, and he just tries to cut ankles out. Like I said, if one of the Redmen can see him and get his hurdle on top of him, they might be over top of Moracle and down the field quickly going for him.
2nd down and 5 for the Redmond. Ball at the Cardinal 43-yard line. 2:20 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3. Kugler split much closer this time to the line of scrimmage. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap. Hand it off to Hendrich again off the left side. Hendrich going to be close to the first down marker. Nice job there by Calzada Villa. He had a hold of Hendrich's jersey. He was able to bring him down, but there is a flag out here on the Redmond sideline, and he's going to be holding on the Redmond.
Able to grab a hold of Hendrich's jersey and hang on for dear life as Hendrich was trying to get around him quickly with his Calzada. So doing what he could to help his teammates out, but luckily for him, there is a holding that pushes him way back.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and 11 here for the Redmond. Ball back to the Cardinal 49-yard line.
2nd down, 11 for Redmond.
Go back to the broken bone. Kugler and Hendrich split out to the right. Sass and looks like Montgomery in the backfield. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. 2nd down and 11 for the Redmond. There's a snap to hand this one off. No, Yeager does keep it himself again. Tries to get the outside, does so. Stiff arm, and Yeager's got the first down and more. Yeager up the Cardinal sideline, and he's finally brought down by Phelps, but not until he picked up a first down. A great run by Nathan Yeager, and there's a flag on the play.
Holding on the Redmond. That's going to be right there, pretty much at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be a big one for the Redmond. Yeager done a great job getting to the outside and flying down the sideline. Unfortunately for him, it's going to be moved way back.
They threw it at about the 47-yard line, so that would have been a yard in front of the original line of scrimmage. So ball back to the Redmond 43-yard line now.
Wasn't sure if they were going to go at the original line of scrimmage or the yard before because it hit just a little bit behind and then bounced in front, so I wasn't sure if it was going in front or behind. So either way, though, big penalty there on the Redmond, pushing them way back after a great run by the quarterback, Nathan Yeager, getting out to the outside right in front of the Cardinals bench and just flying down the sideline, getting some good blocks up front, but unfortunately one of the linemen back behind got a hold of some jersey.
Back to the wishbone set. It is Montgomery, Hendrich, and Sass behind Yeager. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Kugler split out to the right. 2nd down and 20 from their own 43-yard line. There's a snap. They're going to hand this one off. No, Yeager keeps it himself, and he's going to be met quickly and a push back after a gain of a yard.
Not a lot going for Yeager on that one. Got out there, followed his lead blockers through, but the Cardinals quickly collapsing that hole, not allowing Yeager to get any momentum going forward, and just buries him for that 1-yard gain.
So updates for you. Olpe up on Jackson Heights in the third quarter, 46-0. Linden up on Jeff County North, 35-0 in the third quarter there. 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 21-3. They face 3rd down and 19 as Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. And the Redmond go with the hard count. It does work that time.
It worked extremely well that time as there was about 4 of the 7 down linemen for the Cardinals that went into the Redmond lines quickly. So good job there by the Redmond, bringing out that hard count, getting exactly what they needed to on that one.
So, 3rd down as Yeager goes with the pump and go. He's looking for Kugler up the sideline. Kugler tries to haul it in and just cannot quite. Good defensive effort there by Keenan Drees.
Drees in the right positioning on that one as the ball was thrown to Kugler's inside shoulder instead of outside shoulder. Kugler went up, tried to fight Drees for it. Drees able to knock that one down.
So it brings up 4th down and 14 for the Redmond. Ball at their own 49-yard line. Looks like the Redmond running in the punt team here. 3 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
Kind of looking up at the goalpost to see which way the wind is blowing, and it's kind of swirling on him. So got a little bit of wind at his back, but it's also kind of blowing towards the north there a little bit. So punts it towards us here, towards the south, might be able to keep it into play.
Nobody back to receive for Ell-Saline as Kugler has some time, takes his time. High kick here, and Sass trying to find it. There it is. It takes a Ell-Saline bounce and into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback, and that's how the 3rd quarter ends.
Sass tried everything he could to find that ball in the lights, not able to do so. Lands in front of him and just rolls into the end zone.
So the Redmond up 21-3 as we get set for the 4th quarter. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen channel on the YouTube. Some of our sponsors I'd like to thank Pam and Dennis Hutchison, Brandon and Charlene Laraby, Gerald and Jenna McClare, Mitch and Tammy Holt is there in that Kansas City area, Chiefs Kingdom, Sherilyn Long, Larry and Barbara Wilson, Gary and Brenda Freeling, Larry and Judy Burgess, prayers for their family as his brother Kelly passed away this last week. Funeral is going to be Thursday. There's no school on Thursday. So people who knew Kelly, as he worked for many years here at the school, as well as being an administrator down in Jewel, can attend the funeral. So just remember, no school on Thursday here at USD 237. So everybody come out and enjoy some football. Hopefully the Redmen will be able to still live in the past with the Lady Red. Hopefully Redmen will be able to put this together here. And we believe we will play in Smith Center next Friday night against Sedgwick. So coming out, enjoy some football. Wear your mask. Acacia stuff requires all masks to be worn. So, and don't forget to play next Saturday and Sunday. So come and enjoy a different spin on Rapunzel. Go Lady Red. Go Red.
Bradley goes with the reverse pass, and it's going to be hauled in on the sideline as that is Wilson with the reception.
Great play call there by the Cardinals, getting a reverse pass in there, getting behind the Redmond defense, able to catch it. Was Wilson down deep on that one. So great job there by the Cardinals.
26-yard gain for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Ball 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 11:45 and counting here to go in the ball game. Smith Center leads 21-3. The winner of this one takes on the winner of Sedgwick and Oakley next week. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Morkel rolls to his left, tries to pass it off, does so, and it's picked off by Sass. Sass has it at the 40, 35-30, 25-20. He's got 2 men to beat as he cuts back at the 15, all the way down to the 12-yard line. Jake Sass with his 2nd interception of the season, this time a big one as the middle linebacker takes it all the way back to the 12-yard line.
Jake Sass able to get up in the air, knock that one down, and as it's going to the ground, see it again, grab it with his hands and take off downfield, getting down deep into the Cardinal territory on that one. Big pick for the Redmen.
Actually, see, it looks like about the 12.5-yard line is where they're going to spot it. Actually, the back end of the ball is on the 13, but we'll call it the 12-yard line. With 11:20 left to go here into the half, or in the ball game. Smith Center up 21-3. They are going to hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich tries to bounce it to the outside, and then a whole host of Cardinals bring him down, led that time by Carter Underwood.
Hendrich running hard on that one, keeping those feet moving, getting turned all which way around. Cardinals, I'm sure, are trying to punch that ball a little bit when they do that, but Hendrich able to keep it control and keep going down the field.
2nd down and 8. Gain of 2 on the play for Hendrich. Montgomery comes to the sideline. Wilkinson brings the play in. 10:50 and counting left to go in the ball game. Smith Center leads 21-3. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Sass, Hendrich, and Wilkinson in the backfield in the wishbone set behind Yeager. Redmond go left to right on your radio dial. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich tries to break a tackle, cannot do so. Picks up a couple on the play. Good defensive effort that time. Again, Underwood on the tackle. No, excuse me, that time it was Hopkins on the tackle.
Hendrich got the handoff, hit the hole, and then Hopkins right there to grab a hold of him and just pull him down for only a couple yards on that one. Hendrich, once again, trying to run hard, but Cardinals, you got to hand it to their defense. They're hitting the hole quickly, not allowing things to happen for the Redmen.
Ball down to the 9-yard line. 10:05 left to go in the ball game. Smith Center leads 21-3. Broken bone set this time. Maxwell, the tight end on the left side. Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Wilkinson and Sass still in the backfield behind Yeager. There's a snap. They hand it off. No, Yeager keeps it himself, tries to find a hole. Yeager cuts back at the 5. He's got an opening. He's going to score a touchdown. Redmond, 9:45 left to go in the ball game. A 9-yard run by the quarterback, Nathan Yeager, and the Redmen go up by a score of 27-3.
Yeager doing a good job on that one, following to the outside, sees a hole open up, cuts back, hits the hole, just explodes through it, hits the gas pedal, and just explodes into the end zone before the Cardinals can get that hole closed in. So great job, great read there by Yeager, getting into the end zone for the Redmen on that 8-yard run.
So, Smith Center on the board here. They're going to go for 2. Kugler split out to the right. There's a snap. Yeager looks for Kugler. Kugler goes down to try to get it incomplete. So 27-3. Smith Center leads after a 9-yard run by Nathan Yeager. 3 plays at 13 yards, and the Redmen lead it 27-3. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165 by the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Thank you everyone who's contributed in the past. I hope you've enjoyed what the things we've done here. Don't forget, we'll be coming up here on basketball season after the football season. So hopefully we'll have 3 more football games here at home. It's hard to say. Play them one game at a time and then go to state at Hayes. But a lot of tough competition when you start whittling them down. Air of the best in the 1A competition here. So we'll just have to wait and see. Then after that, we'll be having the Christmas programs, I believe. I don't know how that's going to work with this COVID stuff, but just have to wait and see what they can put together. I'll be putting that on the TV and on the stream so people can social distance from their homes, whether it be in Smith Center, anywhere in the Next Tech service area, or anywhere in the world. So go Redmen.
Getting set to kick off here. Looks like Wilkinson going to be kicking this time for the Redmen. Looks like back deep is going to be Dries, the lone deep back, as now here comes another Cardinal. Not sure who that is as they ran in late here, but Wilkinson going to be booting it away for the Redmen. Nice punt here as it goes, and the Cardinals do pick it up as Hendrich down there to make him pay, as that was Marshall Johnson on the return, and Hendrich down there quickly.
Hendrich quickly getting down the field, like you said, meeting Johnson. Johnson barely got the ball picked up, and there was Hendrich. So Hendrich flying down the sideline untouched, getting down there to Johnson and making Johnson pay for picking that ball up.
So the Cardinals going to start at their own 24-yard line. Quick update for you. 7.5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Oakley up on Sedgwick 20-17. So they were down 17-7 at halftime, but now, hey, here they come back up 20-17 with 7.5 to go in their ball game. We have 9:39 left to go in our ball game, and the Smith Center Redmond up 27-3. Ell-Saline calls a timeout, so we'll take a quick timeout with them as you're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
Yes, the play next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Shannon, there's our time on the play. 7:30 on Saturday and 5 o'clock. You have to wear your mask. We don't want anybody get sick. We don't want to infect the children. So come and wear your mask and come to the play. And there will be a little short play also along with that. So should be a lot of fun for everybody unless everybody gets sick and we have to cancel. But hey, welcome to reality. You're watching Redmen football on www.usd237.com, Next Tech Channel 165, and Smith Center Redmen channel. Go Redmen!
Struck first, Robbie, with a 31-yard field goal, but it's been all Redmond since. And the last two drives for the Ell-Saline Cardinals have ended in interceptions as they now face 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Morkel sends trips to the left, one man to the right. Wilson's in a quarterback now. Wilson looks to the sideline. He gets a completed pass, and it's Bradley picking up the first down. So last time these two teams met up, well, to end the ball game scoring-wise, Cade Wilson threw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown for Ell-Saline. This time, a little shorter on this pass attempt.
Well, that was just the first pass attempt. Try to get him warmed up here maybe a little bit before they try a bomb down the field. But either way, I guess he does have the wind out his back on this one, so he could try to bomb one down there again. But Redmond, they still got some of their starters in there, so that might be a little harder to do. But he's capable of putting the ball out there deep with his arm.
Wilson going to hand this one off to Ruiz, and Ruiz going to pick up a couple as Kirchhoff brings him down.
And Ruiz getting the handoff and just exploding through the line of scrimmage on that one, getting about 5 yards on that play. So Ruiz quickly exploding for 5 on that play.
So gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6 for Ell-Saline as Timmons comes in late for the Redmond defense. Wilson with the Ruiz to his left, trips to the left as well. Wilson looks to the sideline, completes the pass, and Bradley going to be ridden out of bounds. Or no, they do say stays in bounds as Yeager brings him down.
Quick pass out there to Bradley. Bradley just on like a little 5-and-out play, getting a quick pass into him, turning upfield, getting a couple extra on there. So not a whole lot going for him, but getting enough for the first down.
We hope everything's all right with TJ Moracle, Robbie. I look across the sideline, see him sitting on the bench over there. So we hope everything's all right with that young man, as he has played a heck of a ball game and had a great senior season here for Ell-Saline. So our thoughts are with TJ Moracle as he's not in the game. Again, Cade Wilson in a quarterback, trips to the left. Wilson going to keep it this time on the run, and he's going to be driven back as Jake Sass made him pay. He got through the hole, and Sass buried him with a gain of 1.
Wilson got a little bit of sneak on that one, took a step in front of that line of scrimmage, and Jake Sass met him and won that meeting as he drove him straight back into the ground. Sass quickly distributing that play and ending it.
Well, Cade Wilson listed at 6 foot, 170 pounds. Jake Sass, 6'1", 225, and well, the bigger man won that battle. 2nd down and 9, ball at the Redmond 49-yard line, just under 8 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Wilson drops back to pass again, looking over the middle, and Yeager tips it, and Kugler just could not quite get there quick enough. About another step, and Kugler would have had his, I believe, 5th interception of the season, but unfortunately it falls down, and it'll bring up 3rd down for Ell-Saline.
Kugler trying everything he could to get out there to get that ball. As like you said, it was tipped away from him. So Wilson lucky he got tipped away from. Otherwise, you said it. Kugler was hunting that ball, and he had his eyes on it.
3rd and 9 here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. 7:51 left to go in the ball game. Smith Center up 27-3. Trips to the left, one man to the right for Cade Wilson as he stands in shotgun. Wilson looks to the left, goes to the left, almost picked off by Luke Franklin as Franklin just threw his outstretched hands, incomplete, and it will bring up 4th down.
Franklin baited that one perfectly. He sat there, he seen it coming, he sat back, pass came out, and just barely out through his hand.
He's so upset.
He is, I think Maxwell is upset on the sideline too, because he was running right there beside him, jumping up and down, because I think he saw it happen as well. He was about to go the other way with him running on the sideline.
It was almost about a 50-yard pick six. Instead, it's 4th down and 9 for Ell-Saline. 7:47 left to go, and the Cardinals are back to punt the ball. Heisch punts the ball away. Kugler lets it bounce, picks it up at the 10. He's up to the 15. Kugler at the 20, gets spun there. Still on his feet. Now he's going to be brought down right around the 20-yard line. See if they give him the 21 or if they're just going to put it down right at the 20. Looks like they're to put it down right at the 20.
I was going to say, they can be nice to put it at the 20 for me. Make my math a little bit easier to start this drive anyways.
There you go.
But Kugler with a nice return there on that one. Kind of took an awkward bounce on him all of a sudden as it hit right in front of him and went sideways. Had to pick it up around the ref. Then just made the first guy miss and got upfield for a decent return on that one, getting to the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at their own 20-yard line. They're going to go with the wishbone. Behind Yeager, Sass, Montgomery, and Hendrich. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell tied in on the left side. The Redmond going left to right on your radio dial with a 27-3 lead. Bobbled snap as Yeager does fall on it, and it's a good thing because there was Garrett Phelps there to try to cover it up, but it will remain Redmond football. Ball all the way back. Let's see. They put it all the way back at the 6-yard line. So 2nd down and a long here for the Redmond. 2nd down and 24 for the Redmen with 7:05 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Smith Center up 27-3. They're going to go with the broken bone as Hendrich and Kugler both split out to the right. Wilkinson and Sass remain in the backfield behind Yeager. Maxwell the tight end on the left side. 2nd down and 24 for the Redmen. Ball at their own 6-yard line after the high snap. Yeager going to keep this one himself, and he's going to pay the price as he's ridden down in the backfield. As this time it's going to be Jesus Calzada on the tackle.
Yeager, not a lot going on that one. Try to get to the outside, but getting caught by Jesus Zalgada as quickly grabbing him, pulled him down.
Little to no gain that time for the Redmen. We'll call it 3rd down and 24 as Bentley Montgomery brings the play back in now. 6:15 left to go in the ball game. Smith Center up 27-3. Broken bone set here as Hendrich and Kugler again split out to the right. Montgomery and Sass, the backs behind Yeager. Maxwell tied in on the left side. They're going to run the pitch play with Kugler. Kugler breaks the first tackle. Kugler still on his feet as then a couple of Cardinals able to haul him down, but there is a flag all the way back just outside the end zone. Well, now they put it up at about the 5-yard line.
That's a little bit better for the flag anyways, because at first that was literally right on the goal line, so it's not a good place for that to land, but the ref moved out to about the 5.
So it's going to have to be half the distance to the goal while the Cardinals decide to accept it, because it's going to be 4th down regardless if they decline it, so we'll see.
I'm guessing they're probably going to decline it, would be my guess. Yep, they declined it. I mean, it's going to be 4th down regardless. Yeah, they're going to be out a little bit farther to punt the ball away, but you're punting into the wind. So the passing game, they're guessing, is not going to be there. So they're going to expect a punt on this one. Plus the Redmond up, going to expect that punt. They haven't really sent anybody back, so I don't expect them to on this one either. So they're expecting that wind to kind of help them out in this situation. 4th
down and 15 for the Redmond. Ball at their own 15-yard line. 5:53 left to go in the 4th quarter. Kugler drops back to punt the ball away for the Redmond. Again, standing just at about his own 2-yard line. High snap. Kugler hauls it down. Punts this one away. Not one of his better punts as it rolls down and going to die at the Redmond 30, just outside the 35.
Yes, I think Kugler might have got in a hurry on that one. It's a little bit of high snap on him. Had to pull it down and try to kick that, get or punt that one out of there as quickly as possible. So he might have put a little bit of hurry on it when he could have slowed down just a little bit. As the Cardinals didn't have an all-out block on it. They had a slight block. So he had a little bit more time, but either way, kind of try to flip field position, but once again, like you said, not as great as punt.
So 5:45 left to go in our ball game. Smith Center up 27-3 on the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Cade Wilson remains in at quarterback. Twins right, twins left. Ruiz stands behind Wilson in the shotgun. Wilson looks right, goes up the sideline to Bradley, and Bradley hauls it in for a first down. A great catch by Tegan Bradley as Montgomery there on the coverage.
Montgomery went up there, tried to high point it with Bradley, not able to grab a hold of it, so just grabs Bradley's shoulders and launches him backwards. Bradley goes through the ground as soon as he catches it. So great coverage there by Montgomery, but Bradley with a great catch and paying attention to what he needed to instead of where his body was going.
Ball down to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Just their second trip into the red zone in this ball game. Last time they got to the red zone, well, they kicked the field goal. We'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the Redmond 19-yard line. Twins left, twins right. Wilson in shotgun. Sends a man in motion. That is Dries, I believe, on the carry. It was Dries, and looks like Wilkinson there, Franklin there to bring him down.
Dries not a lot going there on that one as he tried to get things cut up field, but Franklin ending that idea as he wrapped him up, held him up. Redmond came in to help him out, so Franklin doing the good job getting in there and stopping Dries.
So, trips to the left. Wilson looks to the right for Bradley, and incomplete pass. If Jake Yurkoff would have been looking at the ball, he might have intercepted that one, but doing a good job of trying to find the receiver. But that one went just past Jake's head that time.
Just past the back part of his head. You said if he was looking at the ball, he might have had an interception on that one. But he played it right. He played the wide receiver. He played where he was instead of the ball. So doing what the coaches want, I'm sure, they'll look at the game film and was like, you were that close. But either way, doing the right thing, Coach Hutchinson, I'm sure, is glad that he paid attention to the receiver instead of playing the ball.
So, going to bring up 3rd down and 10. As fumble on the play, Ell-Saline able to cover it up. Bring up 4th down. Quick update for you. Oakley up 20-17. Looks like, actually, we hear 27-17 now. Oakley up on Sedgwick. About 4 minutes left as Oakley had it at one point, 4th and 1 from the 7. They could not convert. Sedgwick took the ball, but it sounds like Oakley was able to get the ball back and score. So right now, Oakley up 27-17 as we have a timeout by the Ell-Saline Cardinals as they face 4th down and 10 with 4 minutes left to go in our ball game. Smith Center up 27-3. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Don't forget, somebody chewed me out because I told them that the football game was going to be here tonight, but I didn't remind them that CASA rules require a mask. So if you're coming to football or a lot of other activities, wear those masks. It ain't too hard. You just put it over your ears, walk around, trying to figure out who people are. So, Redmen might be playing Oakley in Smith Center next week. They played Oakley previous this year, so we just have to wait and see how things work out with that Oakley-Sedgwick game. Anyway, don't forget, I think Chiefs are playing on Sunday. Something to do there. A lot of stuff you can do from home. But I hope you enjoy these games and the matches I put on the TV because a lot of people couldn't get out and go places and do things and didn't want to risk of being sick or ill. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody at the rest homes and stuff like that. So go Redmen.
Ruiz to his left. Wilson awaits the snap. Looks left. He's under pressure. Wilson able to break the pressure, though. Runs forward, and he's going to be right at the sticks here, Robbie. Great job there by Wilson as the pocket went bye-bye quickly. And he was able to find a hole, and he's going to pick up the first down on the run.
Bye-bye quickly might be an understatement with how quick that pocket went away from him. But he done the right thing, stepped up into what should have been the pocket, and then seen he had a big yard of green grass in front of him and just took off down it, getting that first down.
So 1st and goal for Ell-Saline. Ball at the Redmond 7-yard line. As we have some lights on the far sideline, so Got to wait those to turn off. Now it looks like some fans over there cover up the lights so we can get back under action here. First and goal for the Cardinals. Ball at the 7-yard line. Wilson awaits the snap. High snap. Wilson has to try to track it down. He picks it up, and he's going to pay as, again, a Rabby in the backfield quickly for the Redmen.
Well, that big run Wilson just had, that just got eliminated there. As Rabby quickly back there, wrapping up Wilson, planting him in the ground quickly.
Ball all the way back to the 20-yard line. So second and goal from the 20 with 3:05 and counting left to go. Looks like Oakley gets an interception. Oakley ball. 4 minutes left to go in that ball game, and Oakley again with the interception. They now have the ball and the lead over Sedgwick in that one. Again, the winner of this one takes on the winner of that one, and Oakley leads 27-17. And again, after an interception, they have the ball with 4 minutes to go. We have just under 2:45 left to play in our ball game. It's second and goal for Ell-Saline. Ball at their own 20-yard line after the big loss. Wilson looking, goes to the left, passes, and incomplete. Phelps is intended receiver.
Good look to catch Phelps out there. Phelps done a little step back or comeback route, and the ball just went underneath him. Oh, and there is a flag on the play.
Looks like it's on the Redmond. Roughing the passer, so move the ball ahead for the Ell-Saline Cardinals.
The Redmond playing pretty physical as they know it's a backup quarterback in there, and Wilson making sure they can hit him when they can. That time just getting a little too anxious, hitting him a little bit too late.
So, 10-yard penalty. Going to be third down and 10 from, or third down and goal from the 10. Wilson sends trips to the left. One man to the right. Moves Ruiz to his right in shotgun. Wilson awaits the snap, looks right for Bradley, goes over the middle, and incomplete as Jaeger there to knock it down.
Tough pass for Wilson, but he got it somehow through the first wave of that as he had three defenders try to get that through. Got it through the first two, and then the last one knocked it down there for the Redmond, but Wilson put a bullet in there.
So, thought maybe that was third down, but instead I guess it's second down. I don't know that he changed it, though, over there on the far sideline. So instead of fourth down, it's now second down, I guess. So the roughing the passer, apparently automatic first down, but I don't remember him changing it from third to back to first over there. I guess I wasn't paying that much attention to it.
And for most of the play, I have a big pillar in front of me called a window thing that I can't see through where he's standing.
So second and goal as the Cardinals pass it to the end zone to Phelps, and he calls it in from 10 yards out with 2:23 left to go in this ball game. It's now 27-9.
That was just a quick step. Neither one of us really ready for it. Looked up, and the ball was going through the air. So Cardinals had a play called, got everything situated quickly, and got it out, snapped, and threw it up in the air. Phelps going up. He had a defender there, but able to go through the defender, catch the ball, go to the ground in the end zone with that reception. So good play there for the Cardinals getting in the end zone.
2:23 left to go. As looks like the kick is up and good on the extra point. So that makes it 27-10 with 2:23 left to go here in the ball game. Smith Center leads Ell-Saline by 17. You're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Okay, here we are back in action. Ell-Saline Cardinals scored there. Redmen got 2:23 left on the clock. So we just have to wait and see. The Redmen step it up here. Don't let them score anymore. We've got 17 points they'd have to make up, which that's a few points to make up. But Redmen are coming out on the field. We're going to be looking to try to figure out if Oakley will be coming here or we'll be going to Oakley if Oakley wins, but it's still kind of up in the air. So has Oakley had a game at home? So they've had one at home and one here. So nope. So we'll just have to wait and see. That complicated East-West first play stuff. So go Redmen! All the way to state, baby.
Ell-Saline to come back out here as the Redmen lining up for an onside kick.
Signal says east or post if there's been the same number of home games.
We still await Ell-Saline to come back out here.
Thank you, Keisha, for everything you do for us. Everybody can have an opportunity to be involved with Keisha. And we, not just the sports and things like that, but also forensics and all kinds of other marvelous activities that Keisha hosts. So thank you, Keisha, for everything you do for us and the state of Kansas high school students everywhere.
Center up 27-10. As we saw last week, Axtell was able to put some points on the board quickly against Thunder Ridge. We'll see what happens here, as anything is possible. 2:23 left to go. As Ell-Saline does go with the onside kick. Wilkinson able to grab it, falls down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Redmen. Let's see where they spot him down. 41, 42-yard line somewhere there.
Wilkins catches it, falls down, and is covered up by his teammate, Jake Sass. Sass falls in front of him to make sure that the Cardinals can't come in and hit him and try to pop that ball out of there at the last second. But either way, Redmond able to cover that onside kick.
Maybe we'll try to find Greg Kelch or Kendall Allen after the game, see if they know where we're going to be next week if Smith Center holds on to win.
Just get a quarter and flip it. We'll figure out that way.
Again, a long time left to go here. 27-10. Smith Center leads with 2:21 left to go as Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. They're going to hand this one off to Sass, and Jake hauls a player across midfield into Cardinal territory down to the 46-yard line.
That is the biggest run for Jake Sass in this game. He hasn't been able to get a lot going that time. Finally able to get a little bit of momentum going downfield. Uses shoulder pads to get the last person on the ground, but goes over top of him, goes down as well.
2:05 left to play. Clock continues to roll. Ball at the Cardinal 44-yard line. Smith Center up 17, 27-10. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell the tight end on the left side. It is Yeager at quarterback with Hendrich, Wilkinson, and Sass in the backfield. They're going to hand this one off to Wilkinson. Andrew bounces it to the outside, cuts back at the 40, all the way through the 30, and now a late flag comes in, so we'll see what the flag is all about. But my goodness, what a great run and a great cutback at about the 35-yard line. He left Ell-Saline Cardinal on the turf and continued to run downfield for the first down, but there is a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that's on because I didn't see any other Redmen around there other than Wilkinson.
It is going to be on the Redmen. So, quick update for you. Oakley, they needed 6 yards for the first down. They got 5. Sedgwick on the first play finds a guy on the right sidelines, took it to the house. Extra points good. 27-24 Oakley with 1:26 left. So the Plains been holding on to a slim lead there. Minute 35 and counting in our ball game. Smith Center leads 27-10. The winner of this one takes on the winner of that one. First down and long. First down and about 4 now for the Redmen. As they hand it off to Hendrich off the left side. Nate gets upended and brought down, but he is picking up the first down this time.
Hendrich hit the hole with all of his gas going, able to get down the field quickly for that first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at the 26-yard line. Wilkinson comes to the sideline. Clock continues to roll. Smith Center up 27-10. Kugler split out to the right. Maxwell tied it on the left side. 1st and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at the Cardinal 26-yard line. Wishbone set behind Yeager. They're going to hand this one off to Montgomery. Bentley drags a couple Ell-Saline Cardinals a few extra yards.
Montgomery got piled up there in a big pile and just kept his feet moving and going sideways. Not really going the way they need to go for the first down, but going sideways at least. Kept the clock at least moving quickly for him.
Doing a little extra play-by-play here for you. Oakley, you recovered the onside kick with 1:25 left to go on that one. So it is Oakley football with short time left to go. We have 20 seconds left to go in our ball game, and Smith Center leads 27-10. Yeager awaits the snap with the wishbone set. Second down from the 21. They hand it off to Hendrich. Nate gets to the outside. He's got the first down and more up the Ell-Saline sideline. Cuts back in it. Hendrich is going to score. It's a Redmond touchdown with 5 seconds left to go in the ball game. A 21-yard touchdown run for Nate Hendrich. And the Smith Center Redmen extend their lead 33-10.
Big run for Hendrich. Got out to the outside finally and just got down the sideline. No one there. You see Redmond arms go up quickly as Hendrich hit the sideline, turned the gas on, and he gets into the end zone from 21 yards out. It's a big play there for Hendrich. He finally got one, broke to the outside.
5 seconds left to go in our ball game, and Nate extends the lead 33-10. That was 4 plays for the Redmen. 59 yards. As Wilkinson comes back out to kick the extra point. Hold is down. Wilkinson's kick is up. It gets caught up in the air, but I think it just went across the across the crossbar. So kick is good. 34-10. We'll be back with the final seconds of this one as you're listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
Okay, just so you
So we're still working on the math for trying to determine which way we're going to go. Oakley's home or we're home? So we're trying to figure out which way we're going to go next week. So I think there's some math involved somewhere, so that leaves me out. So, here we go. Go Redmen.
Recovered that onside kick, nailed the ball a couple times, so I believe 27-24 going to be their final. We'll see what happens here. We still got 5 seconds left to go. Smith Center up 34-10. We still got a kickoff to go here.
That's a big win for Oakley there, as we kind of seen them building the last couple years, getting a little bit better and better, and now they get into the third round of the playoffs here. So great job there by Oakley out there, going against a tough Sedgwick team, and most likely getting that victory, I'm pretty sure. As Kugler has to come up and hold the ball as the wind keeps knocking it off on him.
Darn wind. So Kirchhoff booms this one. Ell-Saline recovers it and going to be brought down with 1 second left to go in this ball game. And Ell-Saline will have the ball at their own, let's see, looks like about their own 30-yard line. So Ell-Saline got to have a one play here. Remember, last time they played, 65-yard bomb from Cade Wilson to Keenan Drees. We'll see what they decide to do here with 1 second left to go, and Smith Center up 34-10.
It's kind of what I'm expecting is a long bomb here, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just come out and kneel this as well. But
get one last play in here as Wilson. Or no, that's not Wilson in a quarterback now. They hand it off. Drees took the final carry of the ball game, and Smith Center wins 34-10 to move on into the playoffs. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Smith Center and Hubbard Stadium. You've been listening to Redmond Playoff Football on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
I'd like to thank Brandon Hendrich for doing the camera work. Always does a good job on this. He's been traveling to all the games to be able to run the camera here no matter where we're at, no matter how cold it is. So thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Robbie and Jesse for doing the play-by-play. Always a fine job they do there to bring all this stuff to you to analyze and put things together so you know what's going on. So you're watching Redmen football on USC 237, Next Tech Channel 165, www.usc237.org. So you can find out what's going on the USC237.com website and be able to determine where you're going to be going next Friday night, because I think we're going to be here, but I'll let you know on Facebook. Go Redmond. I'm Alan Donovan. Talk to you.